Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Free Enterprise fans. I am one of your co-commentators, Groundflyer, and we have an exciting matchup for you this evening between Antidale and Coffee and Chocobos. This is the first match that is going to Game 3 so far. This is elimination for both parties, and I'm excited like I can't. It's awesome. And I am with my co-commentator, Gopahi. Good evening. How you doing?
Doing good. Excited for this race. I mean, yeah, like you said, we have a 1-on-1 race going to the third match, so definitely going to be interesting to see how this goes, and those are definitely not the objectives we actually have.
Wait a second. No, but yeah, the objectives are cure the fever with Sand Ruby, return the pan to Yang's wife, and complete Cave Bahamut, as well as the usual Kokol Forge. So all of those are basically, you have one on the underground, you have one on the surface, and you will have one in the moon, and all require key items to access them. So we're definitely going to have a little bit of hunt for key items this race.
Yeah, definitely the hunt for key items, although we are given kind of the runner favorite Tella off the start here, so with that Darkness Crystal, a grind is open immediately, pretty much, after they finish Mount Ordeals.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's not going to be too long until they fill out their party, and once you get access to the moon and you do ordeals and Tella is online, it is time to get the grind started. So we'll probably end up seeing D-Money grind D-Machines this evening, as opposed to Mac Giants, which can also be done, but because that Tella is just perfect for them.
Yeah, all our runners will need is to find some ethos or a source of MP of some sort and fill out their party, and they'll be off to the races. And well, I mean, Cave Bahamut's going to need the levels. The other ones, not quite as much.
True, yeah. Pan doesn't require anything except getting underground and using a pan and beating up Yang because it's important.
I mean, the interesting thing here is, all of these keys take a different key item. You need the Sand Ruby, obviously, to use it. You need the pan, and then you need the Darkness Crystal to get to Cave Bahamut. So, depending on what we start with, how we fill out a party, we could be seeing quite the hunt. We'll see if we get a divergence with our two runners here, but they're both highly capable of doing this hunt, and we'll see how they go about it.
Yeah, these are two amazing racers. Like Game 1, Antidale won, and Game 2, Coffee and Chocobos won, and they both looked excellent in their wins, and even in their losses, they look great. But like, it's been a great race so far. Like, these are two very capable racers, and either one could win. Like, I have no idea. But yeah, we're gonna see. I think party composition is a place we might see some divergence, because if we have issues finding white mages, maybe we're stuck with a Porum instead of a Rosa who'd won or whatnot. We might see that they have different sort of setups that they want to go through the rest of the race with.
Yeah, and it's also quite possible if we get, say, an early Darkness and they check Cave Bahamut, if there's a free boss there and they get access to that Sand Ruby and Pan early, we may see, something Edward strat, something low-level strat. Like, there's a lot of options open here, depending on what they find.
Ooh, Eddie strats. Yeah, that would be pretty exciting if we came across some of that stuff. That takes some, I think, expert timing as well as like knowledge of, you have to have a steady hand, and we have a Rosa here to start and a package.
So definitely getting some options for characters. I wouldn't be surprised to see both these runners take this Rosa, yeah, as they both do. I mean, it's the preferred white mage, better health growth. No reason to turn her down at this point.
Yeah, and you already have exit with Tella, so you don't even need to. That's the one downside to her. So yeah, it's a perfect pickup. Basically, everyone would take that one.
Not to mention, if you find like a heroin robe, she could actually be a decent damage dealer early on if you don't find anything else.
Yeah, give her bow and arrows and a heroin robe, and she's gonna rock. So yeah, that's definitely a great. Heroin robes are so great early on, but especially for Rosa, because she's just she's really set up to beat a lot of stuff up with that bow and arrow action.
Yeah, looks like we have one runner immediately checking package with Coffee and Chocobos, whereas Antidale's headed straight for the Waterfall Cave, going to be looting up a bit here and looking at that third character option.
Well, we did see the character at package. It was a Cid. Cids are pretty competent, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of them wanted it, but that's a lot to wait through. And we have Eddie, speaking of Eddie strats, in the Underwater Passage. So nope, I don't think anyone's going to take him quite yet, but that's one to think about later on.
Yeah, definitely a character you're going to send to the Obsidia Tower and maybe pick up later. We did see the Dark Elf in the vanilla Demist spot, so not going to be fighting that, but getting the information out.
Yeah, always want to check your bosses, and even in places that don't have either objectives or key items behind them, because if you don't know where D-Mist is, D-Mist then will give you a special extra check in Mist Town or in Mist Village. So you always want to be on the lookout for Mist Dragon.
Yeah, we see a little extra looting going on in here, especially given that Tello with the exit spell. It's pretty free to do. We actually see a siren in that back waterfall, so that is a very nice pickup for the Infusion experience later on.
And in the back end with the other entrance, there was a ninja hat. So speaking of offense, I think Rosa can use that. That would be really nice and also great for agility.
Yeah, I believe Rosa can. It's been a while since I've tried to equip her with one, but I mean, if she can, all the better. But yeah, we do see some looting, kind of similar paths here with Coffee and Chocobos taking that extra detour to check the package character early on.
Yeah, it looks like they definitely want to just kind of check through all of the places that have characters as well as looting around them, like the Watery Pass and at Damsian Castle, just to get a little bit of loot, maybe a couple of good things, and also some cash, because you're going to need to buy some stuff, especially for D-Machine grind. You have to get your life, so you have to get a lot of, you want to get some better gear and whatnot, so...
Yeah, find a black belt down here in Damsian too, so, that Rosa damage dealer is actually looking okay, or if they do pick up one of those melee characters, say on Mount Hobbs or Mysidia, Mount Ordeals, there's still plenty of free characters to check, including Damsian itself.
Yeah, if you could get just a competent weapon on a cane and the ninja hat and a black belt, he's going to start doing damage pretty quickly. And a bandana, well, that could be for someone else even on Antidale side in Damsian.
Yeah, we do see Yang here. Unlikely that they pick him up. Yang is very good late game, but early on he does lack a little in damage. But you never know.
Yeah, his damage growth curve is pretty rough. He starts out very, very wimpy and doesn't do a lot of stuff, but he's great for slingshotting. So, if you want to get him at low level and use the slingshotting technique to get double XP and get him super powerful later on, he's great for that grind, but not quite yet.
It looks like we are getting a peek at this waterfall boss as well. We do see a lunar sparkle, but Antidale isn't worried about which one it is, just knows that it's not the D-Mist and moves on.
I was like, wait, no, look at the star. Ah, that's fine. But, we shall find out at some point maybe who that is, even if we don't look directly there, just by seeing all the other ones by process of elimination.
Yeah, I mean, without looking at it, you just hope it's Wyvern and forget that it exists until it, mercilessly kills you later. But Antidale going to check these other two free character spot in Mysidia. We do see a Sid, so we do have access to a decent melee character, and another Sid. I doubt both get taken.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious, but no, I feel like one should probably be taken here. Just because, yeah, he's beefy, he's a great starting character because he's just got a lot of HP, he does pretty good damage, and I say that, and okay, the second one was taken on Antidale's side, so yeah, good. That's just good melee damage, especially with the gear we already have. He's going to be swinging pretty hard.
Yeah, and Coffee and Chocobos did give us a look at that Lunar Sparkle. It was the Pale Dim, so one of the easier ones kind of sitting there, but, I mean, not too worried about it yet.
Yeah, we'll see if, where a spicy one might be. Oh, we have a cane on Mount Hobbs behind another Sparkle, actually. Ooh, and it looks like Coffee and Chocobos wants that cane in the party.
Yeah, I much prefer Kane. He can equip a lot of weapons. Most of the swords, except for, obviously, the light swords. Ooh, but we do have Ogo Fogo.
Is that the Nope Noodle, or the terrifying tapeworm, I like to call him? Yeah, he's pretty gross.
Yeah, I mean, just a flame spear on this cane right now, but I mean, any of the axes, any of the defense sword, any of his good spears, he has plenty of options. So hopefully, Coffee finds something for that cane, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the one contrast I'd say of between Sid and Kane, like you said, there's definitely the weapons, because Sid can't equip any swords whatsoever, but he can equip hammers. But Kane also starts a lot weaker. It starts obviously with a total trash weapon, but it takes a little while for him to get good HP and good damage, and then at some point, once you're done grinding him, he's absolute powerhouse.
Yeah, I mean, the other benefit to Sid is it's easier to back row glitch him, as he does have access to bows, which Rosa does have one if you do want to do that. Kane requires a dwarf axe in order for this to happen, but it looks like Antidale already took the Sid, doesn't want to get that Kane, so is heading straight to the Antlion Cave at this point.
Yeah, I can understand that. As soon as you have one or the other, especially like just for the moment, like maybe at some point you go grab that cane. But for right now, you kind of just want to see what's out there, kind of, hopefully pick things like one at a time. Maybe you try and get a black mage next, and then leave the 5th spot open for like hopefully, an edge or who knows what.
Yeah, we see Antidale going right now and back row glitching that Sid with Rose's bow, as I mentioned. So definitely going to be a good option. Doesn't have the greatest weapon for him yet, but being in the back row, especially with that stat boosting gear, he should be able to deal damage in this early game.
Yeah, even if he only has the wooden hammer still, yeah, he still does a pretty decent amount of damage, especially like giving those stat boosting items. I forget what the strength boosts are on both of them.
I believe it's 5 on the black belt and 3 on the ninja hat.
Right, the ninja hat has that's isn't it plus agility plus strength, I think.
Yeah,
maybe they're both 3.
Yeah, giving the bandana to Rosa. He also finds another black belt if he really wants to put that on Rosa as well, but just heading straight into this fight here.
Hi, we have lots of friends in store here. This is the Alt Gauntlet, which will generally be easy. I don't think he would have any trouble defeating these guys. Oh, and he has Thor Rages too, so that will make it easier. But it's just 5 encounters in a row that you have to take out. And did that Thor Rage just not do any damage? Did I see that wrong?
Yeah, it just wasn't quite enough to finish anything off. Like, Thor Rages do cast, a lit 1, so it's not the most damage, but
exactly. Yeah, it's used more for other utilities than this. Although sometimes it can be useful here. You use it more to kind of like ding a what do they call this? A searcher in the top of the head to get summon an enemy or whatever.
Although he has Tela, but it's going to be very nice against, I believe there is like one of those cream fights in this.
Oh, good point. Yeah, that'd actually be super useful, because are those the ones that are weak to lightning?
I mean, I think they're weak to lightning specific, but like they don't take any physical damage really, so.
Right, yeah, you wouldn't even be doing anything, but you have that little bit, they're at least weak to the elemental stuff, so you can kind of get that in there.
Yeah, where's CoffeeAndChocobo using the flame spear.
Interesting. I wonder, are some of those enemies maybe? Oh, I see. Using the spell flame. Oh wow, and that's actually pretty good damage. That's actually way better than those Thor Rages.
Yeah, definitely putting that cane with a flame spear to good use. So.
Honestly, I hadn't even thought. I know you can use it as an item. I didn't know you could use it as like a group item, like on all enemies. That's super cool.
Yeah, that is not. I don't think I've ever actually done it. It's very heads up to actually use that. I've just never thought of it. But we do get through the gauntlet on Antidale's side, and we do find a Baron key. So, more rabbit holes potentially, but still looking for that underground and moon access at this point. So.
Right, exactly. Every place is good for checking until you find some way underground, some way to the moon or whatnot. So it could be that's where we find it, but it also could be that we find it anywhere else. So more checks is good, though. I usually like to kind of knock everything out in the overworld and get as much stuff as I can.
It's like Antidale's next play is going to be Mount Ordeals. Got a couple levels. He has that Sid, which is generally beefy enough to get you through here, and wants to get that Tela online with most of his spells back here. So.
Yeah, getting telepower is like integral to doing the grind, as well as you just want that utility. He's got the best utility of any mage in this game. And we have another Rosa here on Ordeals. I wonder if he'll end up taking him. Sometimes it's good to take 2 white mages, but unfortunately they are a little bit slower. So if you want to have like fast magic, it's good to have a nuke in your party as opposed to white.
Yeah, I think generally 1 white mage is enough, unless you end up with, say, like a 3 melee party for some reason to get those extra berserks out, as Bacchus Wines are not as readily available here, but sending her to the tower, we may see that picked up later if it's the only option that's decent, but for now, just sticking with the 1.
Right, exactly. And it looks like we've got, is that vanilla or French vanilla? That is a Mylon of some kind. It is French vanilla Mylon Z on the other side of the bridge.
Oh, so well, I guess his actual blurb still makes sense. He's still on the bridge. It's just on the wrong boat.
But he's on the wait. Let me figure this out positionally here. He's saying fall flat in the deep ravine, but you're not on the bridge yet, so you're just kind of sitting there like, no, you. I guess.
even when you fight him on the other side, you walk off the bridge before he attacks you.
Okay, that's fair. I guess. Yeah, it's true. I guess it's still. I mean, if you're still on a mountain, it's still a pretty long height. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of divergence. CoffeeAndChocobos is heading into Fabul, which is being attacked by the King and Queen of Evelon. They've had enough of those monks.
This is a tough. No, this is the easiest boss fight I would say in the game, because even Water Hag can be gross someplace. Queen Evelyn is free. They cast. I forget what it is. They cast the lowest level spell possible, where there's only one attack of it. You can have multiples in your attack, and they only. Oh, that's right. They cast Fire and Fire too, and yeah, there's almost no damage to it. You can almost always survive it.
I mean, it is a scripted fight. They will eventually defeat themselves. CoffeeAndChocobos is just mercilessly taking out the king, which will actually start the script for the queen to die on her next turn. So, taking care of that a little quicker than just letting the script go out. It looks like we have Dr. Luge and Balnab on the Mylon Z spots.
Aren't hammers strong against machine types? Is that what it's called? Machine types, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Cool. Yeah. So that Sid's got a thump that Balnab, and then the second form as well.
Yeah, it looks like we have a hook from Fabul, so we do have our underground access, at least one of two. There's definitely still some more options available, but we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, indeed. So, the thing about hooks, if you get Magma Key, I think most people will almost immediately jump down there. But with Hook, it's you have to deal with a whole lot. It takes a while to get underground. It can be really difficult with lots of gross bosses. So you often see folks doing all the other checks available in the overworld to see if there's also potentially a Magma Key.
Yeah, and with this Telestout, I can't see CoffeeAndChocobos fading Mount Ordeals as well. He's in your party. You're going to want to get him those spells. There's no reason to skip it at this point, I don't think.
Yeah, and given there's 3 members of the party, but there's no black mages, whatever. But I think you really want to, if you're going underground in Hook, you definitely kind of want to have Tella's power there. If you don't have a lot of other utility.
Yeah, as we saw, Sid was doing 1,100 swings to Dr. Luge there. So
yeah, it's beautiful, and that's with a blank and wooden hammer. Nothing. That's his first weapon.
We do have life potions here on CoffeeAndChocobos' side. So it's found life potions and silk webs, 2 very highly sought after items.
Yeah, the life potions are integral not only just to basic survival of any fight where anything can happen, but also are used for the life glitch, which allows you to use life on a dead enemy, revive them with 0 vitality, and they instantly die again, and you get double XP for them. So you always want to have a lot of those, especially pre-grind, because it will have the length of your grind if you can get a life glitch in, or more if you get more glitches in. So you always want to have a good stack of those for any race.
Looks like a tower key is on Ordeals, and Ashura is in the mirror. Looks like he's just going to life lock this Ashura to keep it casting a life every time you hit it. It doesn't have that much HP, so it doesn't have to do it for very long, and it doesn't hit very hard. So
yeah, it's pretty quick to do that. You only have to probably hit 3 times, so that life locking is pretty quick. And like you said, CoffeeAndChocobos now following on Antidale's heels and heading up Ordeals to get that powered up Tella.
Yeah, he's gonna go through, probably have about the same strategy with these fights. He doesn't have the hammer for Dr. Luge like Sid does, but I mean, with the little stat boosting stuff he has in Kane, it should be fine.
I'm thinking, yeah, you just jump Kane a couple of times, and it's not gonna make any difference. It's gonna still bust his face open. I'm trying to think what overworld checks are left. I guess there is Baron. There's the different Baron checks. You have Baron in and you have Baron proper. Is that it? I think.
That we have access to. Yes, Antidale still needs to do Fabul, which does get him that hook. But beyond that, yeah, we don't have access to anything else at this time. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. So there's not too much more that can be done before you end up having to finally say, okay, I have to do this hook route.
Okay, yes, as chat pointed out, technically Zot 1 for Threemus is also available.
Oh gosh, that would be hilarious. I'd be down for it, but that's pretty unlikely. I've seen it though, who knows?
I mean, technically, package is still there for Threemus as well. Another thing I was just thinking of with the cane pickup on Coffee and Chocobo's side, we do know that the Baigen spot in Baron is valveless.
Oh wow, that's gonna make that fight significantly easier. Actually, that's gonna be a tough fight. There's a lot of HP there. So yeah, having that cane, that utility of being able to jump and stop the spin of Valvolus is going to make that a lot quicker.
You see some shopping here in Baron. Ooh, there is a coastring in the armor shop, so having that available. Ooh, a dwarf axe in the back pot too. Definitely some use.
Ooh, wow. That's a heckin' good room right there. Yeah, the dwarf axe is not as useful with a Sid, although you can use it for agility manipulation. But you got that curse ring, which is the real deal. But in case he does get that cane, he has the dwarf axe too.
Yeah, I'm not sure he had enough money for the coastring there yet, but he does have the knowledge that it's there now. So, and leaving Baron, probably just saving and heading back in. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because now he did all the buying he needed to do. Now he jumps in the inn and takes on these fight here.
Ooh, it's an Edward and a Leviathan.
Bummer about that Leviathan. That's super easy. The spot is what, like 400 hit points. It's very, very little. So Leviathan won't be doing too much damage here.
Yeah, he does have this 1/4 percentile wave. Looks like he's just gonna throw a heal out with Rosa, and then Virus Leviathan. That'll do it.
Yeah, Virus. That'll be like 1100 damage or something. Close enough.
Yeah, because on Coffee and Chocobo's side, he's doing about 900 damage with that jump there with Kane. So, yeah, this Dr. Ligay fight's not going to take him too much longer than Antidale's, as Antidale finds the Elements fight in the second spot. This is a pretty slow spot with not that much HP as well. Looks like he's going to Reflect to Fire 3 and just flat out take this thing out.
Yeah, that would be the thing, is do the Reflect Fire. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, Fire 3 will probably do like...
I don't even think you need to reflect that. I think you're just going to directly... Yeah, 7,000 damage.
Bye! Wow. For those people that say Tella's not powerful, I show you somebody that's like... What is... Mylon Z's got like a double immunity. He's like double weak to fire or something. And we get a Luca key for the trouble. So 3 of the 4 keys have been found. But yeah, still not another way underground, unfortunately.
Yeah, Coffee and Chocobo's collecting their Tower key for more deals. That Luca key gives them another option in the underground, but I mean, we don't have any of the items we need for our objectives here yet. I mean, Coffee and Chocobos is the only one with underground access at this point. Antidale's running out of things to do, though, so eventually gonna be finding themselves at that Fabul if they don't do Baron now and get, say, a Magma key.
See, this is one of the reasons I'm always kind of reticent to fade Fabul for too long, because I know that it's nice to just be able to go there once and do the fight. Protect, defend Fabul, and then go do 2 Sheila checks if you happen to have a pan or whatever. But it's also super fast. Like, yeah, you have the little cutscene at the beginning, but it's like it can be like a 20-second, 30-second fight, and it's so quick to get over with and have that quick check that, compared to having to walk all the way into Baron, which can take a lot longer, and who knows what's going to be found.
Yeah, although Antidale is already here at Baron, the things are strong enough, and it's just heading straight into here for, I'm going to only guess, only the one check right now. We might see a look at the Odin throne, but it's going to be probably a little difficult to defeat it at this point, depending on what it is.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, yeah, it's not bad to peek in and just kind of get that information. Maybe check chests if you want to see if there's anything good, but other than that, it's not really super worth it. He didn't even save here. Interesting. So Antidale is walking right in, and he's going to be taking on that Valvolus, which, he does not have that cane. So I'm curious how this is going to go. I guess maybe he could just Zerk the cane and do the damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure if his Rosa has Zerk yet, but we'll see how this goes for him. I'm not exactly sure of the defenses of this spot, so...
Oh, and Tella has the Zerk anyway. If
Rosa
right. Does not.
Right.
So.
Always forget Tella.
Yeah, that guy. Who's that guy? I don't know. Okay, 324. So he's getting through. It's gonna take a bit, though. Although Zerk will give him a little more damage.
Yeah, so he can hit, so he's just gonna Zerk up, sit here. He might even Zerk up Rosa with that bow, but we'll see how he decides to proceed here. But he will be able to get through this fight. Whereas Coffee and Chocobos checking those Mysidia characters, finding the double Sid, being probably not taking them considering he has a cane, but we shall see.
Honestly, like he has another check available too, the gated check in Eblin. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't take either of these and hopes to find something better underground.
Yeah, I mean, he has the Evelyn check. He hasn't checked Baron in yet, though we know it's an Edward.
Yeah. That's not going to be an immediate pickup for sure.
He finds those storage, just picks them up. They're always useful though if you find a weird Knaza somewhere.
Oh, that's true. They also stopped that. Yeah, good point.
Death is telling us in chat. Yeah, physical was definitely the way to go with this Valvulus, as it has 254 magic defense. So not impossible to hit, but pretty hard.
But let's just say impossible for this team, unless Tella, magically gets Medio online. That might be the one thing that could get through.
See some Kamikaze pick up some CoffeeAndChocobos. Always some fun shenanigans to do with that, or if you don't want a character to get experience, an easier way to get rid of them. But we do see Valvulus go down to this Berserk party, and yeah, it looks like Antidale's on the way to the throne.
Honestly, I think the most important use for Kamikazes, and nobody uses it this way, is to get those swag crumble skip kills.
Yeah, it's definitely useful. I remember using it in an old route where we kind of did like a routing thing for this fight specifically on the throne, where it looks like we have an angry octopus on the throne.
Yes, Octomam. They are going to put out a couple punches, but yeah, Sid's just shrugging them off. This is going to be pretty easy peasy.
Even throwing on lit arrows for Rosa here.
Oh, nice. And CoffeeAndChocobos did go behind in the shop there and got that Dwarf Axe, so he will get that back row glitched cane.
It looks like he also bought a Blizzard Spear for a bit of an upgrade over that Flame Spear, so...
Yeah, Blizzard Spear is a good, middle range spear for Kane. It does enough damage to get him through a little bit.
Yeah, but definitely that Dwarf Axe is definitely the prize, that and the Curse Ring available in that shop.
Yeah, one of the nice things about back row glitching, we all know that it allows you to do regular damage from the back row as well as the front, but it also allows you to do regular damage to back row enemies as well. So, you're actually able to do more damage on a whole everywhere.
And take less physical damage. It's a huge benefit.
Exactly, especially for someone like Kane. You get him with good armor on, and all of a sudden, nobody can hit him.
See this Octomom just getting hit. Looks like it's crumbling now, so yeah, no difficulty there. It's a pretty easy fight. All he does is sit there and physical you. As you hit him, he gets slower and slower as well, so...
All he does, don't forget the other thing where he's swimming under rock. That's pretty impressive, too.
I mean, he's on a throne. Leave him alone. He's the king. He can do what he wants.
Fair. I don't mean to begrudge what he does. And another Kane we have available here, so maybe Antidale will take him this time? Nah, not quite. No.
And we saw on the Elements fight on CoffeeAndChocobos side, a jump from Kane did 3,100 damage. Goodbye Elements again.
That's awesome. Well, I guess that was the flame sword or spear.
Yeah, I didn't see if he switched the flame spear back on, but that would definitely do it.
Yeah, Mylon Z likes to get hit really hard by fire. It just wrecks him.
And it looks like, heading immediately into Baron here for CoffeeAndChocobos, not even saving, doesn't care. He knows, possibly remembers that the Valvulus is there, and probably not too worried about what's on the throne here. Ooh!
Right?
That is an interesting... That was a Zeus Gauntlet.
Ooh, spicy. Zeus Gauntlets are really powerful and have, really good magic defense and some sort of racial bonus defenses, too.
That gives giant defense. I mean, we do have Tella if we ever get to a grind, but I mean, also the plus 15 strength is going to be nice for a Sid or a Kane.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they made... Well, I guess it doesn't matter because they did already find Hook. Well, no, Antidale hasn't found Hook. So I guess what surprises me is because that Valvulus was visible, we knew that the primary that one of the main sources of Underground was not behind it, because that's one of the safe flag or not unsafe flag things is that you can't... Valvulus cannot gate the only way underground.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I know a lot of times when I'm running, I do kind of forget who gives me that opening key item, but I mean, they were both the characters were like Odie there, Antidale's Odie there. You might as well finish it off if you know you can do it, if your body's strong enough. And CoffeeAndChocobos at this point has done everything else. So just seeing if maybe this is the magma key instead of having to do that hook.
That's true. You're not wrong. Yeah. So might as well get that because yeah, obviously now for CNC he's got the hook, so he can see maybe there's the magma key under there. You have no idea. Magma could also be at Odin, and I don't think Antidale checked the Odin spot, but that might be a good piece of information if one of them goes that way.
We can see CoffeeAndChocobos using that cane to get Valvalis out of the tornado form, actually able to get that virus cast with Tella. Yeah, this is going to be no problem for him as well. Whereas Antidale's getting the news that this is a hook route, most likely. There's a couple options, but it's most likely a hook route.
Yeah, I mean, even if it could be a magma route by way of, the Mist Dragon at Magus Sisters, I don't think anybody be checking that. That's a little too out there. Yeah, CNC took care of Val pretty quickly. They're definitely a lot faster than Antidale did.
Yeah, not needing to worry about bazooking and hitting to a tornado form, just jumping with Kane, using a virus, and it goes down quickly. Also, this Octomon is probably going to be about the same speed.
True, yeah. But yeah, should make quick work of him, too.
So my guess is we're going to see some immediate hook jumps after this. We might see that Odin throne check, but it looks like Antidale's just going to finish up the shopping on the overworld here. Maybe wants a few more items, I believe. We haven't seen any ethers or anything. It looks like checking weapon shops as well.
Have we seen Star Veils?
I don't think so. The only thing I have noted down is... Oh, there's Ether 1s and Cure 2s. Is Life Potions and Silk Webs beyond that.
Well, that one shop kind of just doubled that. That was huge.
Oh, and there's the Star Veils.
And the Veils, wow. So yeah, Troya delivered. He'll be now. I think he'll basically be immediately going underground.
Yeah, definitely delivering there for a lot of the check marks for things that you want. So I wouldn't be surprised to see immediate hovercraft pickup here and heading straight to that hook route.
Exactly, and they still both have 2 spaces left, I guess. So they definitely will want to check out who is at the Evelyn spot and potentially take them if there's somebody good.
Looks like Antidale's going to do this check on the Vanilla Demon spot, finding out it's the Dark Elf who's sitting out of that. We saw that earlier from CoffeeAndChocobos, so.
Did we also see the waterfall? I think we did.
Yeah, the waterfall was the Lunar Sparkle Pale Dim that we eventually saw.
Ah, that's right. Okay, yeah, so they both checked that. Good. Oh, and Antidale now, like you were saying, yeah, he is now going underground to shoot at least the check of Odin.
Yeah, I might see a little more looting here too, as some of the stuff here can be good, but might just be going straight into a check first. Looks like throwing Tella in that middle. Nope, never mind. Redeciding that.
Interesting. Wonder what he's thinking. Because you're gonna have to take that ninja off, and that the Zeus is just damage or just the strength, I think.
I think he's slowing down his Sid in case this is a free fight and able to get a stone off with Tella. Would be my guess.
Yeah, he just sped up Tella. He gave the ninja hat to Tella, I believe, so that ups his agility. So he's definitely trying to slow down the anchor as much as possible and speed up the character he wants to go first.
Oh, it's Vanilla Odin.
Nope, that's a super nope right here, especially with this party. No. You need way more damage than that to get through there without getting hit by that lightning. Now, one other thing that could be they have an Edward.
Someone pick up an Edward.
Right? That would be kind of spicy. I don't know if they want to take that spot up right this second. Maybe you want to check Evelyn first anyway, but that would be super cool.
Yeah, that was a Vanilla Odin, and yeah, it looks like neither of them are going to be like, yeah, let's go pick up an Edward and get through this fight immediately. No. They're both going to head for this hook route, see the characters, see the bosses, and see if they can get their underground access here.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh,
what would you?
Just a Dragoon Armor in one of those opening chests there. It's always useful to have. I mean, we do have Black Belt right now, but...
Yeah, especially if you need to do some interesting, elemental resistance strats where you put, let's say you put the Cursed Ring on Sid, and then what that does is it'll take, if you have a resistance to one of the base elements, fire or whatever, then it will make it, instead of resistance, you will actually get healed. So if you put that on and somebody casts fire on you when you're wearing the Dragoon and the Cursed Ring, you'll get healed for damage instead.
In the Avalon shop, we do actually see a Soma drop, and CoffeeAndChocobos does pick one up. If you do the grind later with Tello, that gives him 100 MP, that lets him do 4 casts of week. It also actually allows him to do the Meteor spell, so, I mean, if there's something interesting in this boss spot, we may see a Swag Meteor strat.
Ooh, I do love Swag Meteors. Those are so great. That's just beautiful seeing those rocks. At some point, I want to see somebody drop rocks on Threemus and just get payback.
Let's see, we got a character checker. Ooh, it's actually Swag Meteor might come into play. Those Mega Sisters at Rubicante.
Ooh, actually, that's pretty terrible. Well, okay, yeah, that's pretty terrible because they don't have anybody that can do group anything, so that's gonna be a nightmare fight.
Have we seen? We haven't seen an Elven Bow or a Mute Dagger, have we? Or a Rune Axe?
I don't think we've seen any of those things that I can recall. Maybe Mute Arrows? I'm not sure.
I know we saw Charm Arrows. I don't think we saw Mutes.
That's right, it was Charm. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, one thing to think of. Okay, yeah, CoffeeAndChocobos took her. This is the first Black Mage we've seen. Tella notwithstanding.
Yeah, it looks like CoffeeAndChocobos picking up that Rydia, whereas Antidale's still saying, no, this isn't quite what I want from my party, so.
Maybe using Rydia a little bit as an anchor, because I know she starts at like super low level, super low agility.
I think she's level 1 with 30 health, isn't she?
Well, yeah, I couldn't remember what level, because some start at like 10 or whatever, I don't know. But I know that she starts I know that her agility is super low at level 1.
I think she's level 1. I think she's the lowest level character that joins, because like Edward's 5, and then like Kane Cecil 10, Edge 25, Rosa 10, Kane
Sid's
10,
like 20 something, right?
Yes, it's 20.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So yeah, you're right.
So he has like 50.
Right. Yeah, he's 50 exactly. So yeah, not so much there. And okay, so CoffeeAndChocobos now has made it all the way into the top of Babel. And is doing the Mad Ogre fight, which this is a really good fight for life glitching and getting good XP boosts on all your characters before getting to those tough fights.
It looks like trying to bazooka up that. I know he's casting Size. I don't know if he tried to bazooka that Kane as well. I think he did. So getting that Size off makes this way easier and allows you to most likely life glitch most of these.
Yeah, unless Kane is too fast. That might be the only way not to have that happen. But yeah, as you can see, Rydia's down, so he is definitely not getting any XP on Rydia to keep her anchored down, and also to make the slingshot much better for her, so that she will get major XP boosts.
Yeah, using her as an agility anchor for now until he actually needs her. But yeah, it looks like getting these life glitches off. This is going to be. I think if you get 3 life glitches off on these, it's 16,000 experience or close to that.
Wow, that's pretty spicy. This early in the game, especially, like that's a lot of levels for this small crew, or for this low level crew.
Yeah, 16,590 experience. So looks like he gets around 3 levels on most people. Oh, I didn't catch what that item was.
Yeah, did anybody see that? It looked like a J item because I didn't see a little icon. Oh, it's Leviathan. Interesting.
Wow, that makes the Rydia pickup very nice.
Yeah, now you got to sit back and go, maybe do I want to try and do this with a Rydia with a little bit of power so she can actually throw those down? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you just still keep her down, but that would make that Maga Sisters fight quite a bit like more realistic.
I don't believe he's used the. Yeah, he has not used the Soma drop yet. I'm still interested to see if he uses that to try and get Swag Rocks, but doesn't look like he's used it at this point.
Well, he also has to go through this first fight, and we don't know what that is yet, so might not even have remembered to get the Soma drop, but it might not be relevant yet anyway. Although this spot can be really hard, even though it's got pretty low HP. Oh no, dude.
Oh, there's a reset.
Did you just see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a pain, man. And he does what, like 400 damage a wave here?
Yeah, this is like the Scala Kitty like prototype special like death boss. This is like one of the worst bosses to be in any spot in the game.
I mean, there's a couple spots where he doesn't do much damage, but I mean, I think this is one of those little painful ones, and I don't think he's that slow either. This could be interesting.
Yeah, he's super not slow, and yeah, he like you said, he does like 400. So this is a spot where you have to stop and go, I think I might need to actually grind here for a minute, like get some levels, because otherwise it's real tough to survive. Although with that Sid on Antidale's side, that'll be much easier. Whoa, that was like 600.
So he needs to get that off, get another one off on Kane here, and then have enough life with those 2 cure potions to make it through this 3rd wave.
Oh, wow.
He has 580. Oh, and he makes it.
And he did it. Oh my gosh. Okay, wow. I'm actually really surprised that he was able to get that off. That was super good.
Yeah, throwing the Cure 2 on Kane was the only way he was going to get through that. If he had thrown it on Rosa, she would not have gotten another turn fast enough to get that Cure 2 off.
Yeah, and the fact that Kane wasn't in that first slot, so he was able to be cured by someone who would then go down, so then he could cure himself as well. That was huge. So that was excellent work by CoffeeAndChocobos right there.
But I'm looking here. I mean, he's going to get experience from this ogre fight here. So hopefully Rosa gets enough HP on Antidale's side to also live through that first one. Because I think just a single Cure 2 on Sid here will actually get him through that fight. Because he has significantly more health than Kane does at this point in the game.
I believe Antidale just life 2'd one of the Mad Ogres. So he's going even deeper on the strat and getting a life 2, so that brings the character back, so then you can then do a life glitch on top of that. That's something heavy, so that's good. He's going to get even more XP, which is really good here.
Not to mention Sid is just destroying these things.
Yeah, what axe did he get?
I never saw a rune. I mean, I know I saw poison axes for sale somewhere. It might be an ogre axe. Did he buy a poison axe?
Yeah, poison axe. He bought one. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, that's going to do damage. Unfortunately, I don't think that's one of the ones that does damage to magic enemies.
No, I believe only the rune axe for the axes is what you need for that. So we do see CoffeeAndChocobos in the fight. Antidale is actually leaving.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, saw that boss and said, nope, I need to take care of some stuff here and get some levels.
I mean, it's also the possibility he did just get that Leviathan. I wonder if he's second guessing and going back for that Rydia now.
That's a good point. That would be good to have, just in case, because even though CoffeeAndChocobos is in the second fight here, this is not a guaranteed fight whatsoever.
Let's see. How high is this? I mean, that magic attack is actually very low, only doing about 130 damage to Kane.
Oh, that was pretty survivable, and also Kane's got pretty good armor, but regardless, that he's gonna probably stick through this pretty well. But this might be one where you can just kind of blink strats a couple of characters and kind of make it all the way through that way.
Yeah, that Kane is berserked up. Looks like. I mean, as long as he can keep his party alive here, he should be able to get through this. It might be a little slow, as he's not doing the most amount of damage. Like, it looks like about 700 a hit with that Kane, but it looks like it is survivable.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing for this fight here, like you said, you got the survivability. It's just now he has to hit the right enemies. So Cindy resurrects both of her sisters if they go down. So if he doesn't get enough shots off there, it can take a lot longer. But yeah, I think otherwise survivability shouldn't be a problem. And there you go. Like you said, Antidale did take that Rydia.
Yeah, it looks like he may be going to fill out his party, maybe taking this other Rosa as well. And yes, he does. He is filling out his party. So he's going the double white mage and Rydia here.
Wow, interesting. So yeah, that's definitely going all in on reflect strats at the end of the game.
Yeah, we can see some of these physicals from Cindy are doing some damage here. A couple of Rydia we kind of expect to be on the floor at level 1. Using Tella to get that Rosa back up. We'll see if he keeps putting some of these blinks up or heals. I did see him try and heal Rosa earlier and have it get walled because of, what these Mega Sisters do, but...
Right, yeah, Cindy will continue to cast Wall each go-around, and if she's got Wall, she'll put Wall on one of your characters. Unfortunately, Rosa got it.
Yeah, looks like he reflects another Kyo2 onto... So, not being the most kind, finally using that Kyo2 item to get Rosa some health.
Honestly, the more I'm watching this, I'm like, it will really... If he had Medio online right now with that Soma drop, he would be doing this so much faster. I mean, I guess there would be other issues keeping Tella up, but Rosa does have Blink, so it would be doable.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I mean, Antidale is heading into Eblon Castle here. One, there's a lot of loot in here you can get. Two, he might actually fight one of these trap chests in order to get some levels on that Rydia to be able to use Leviathan.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the strat here, because, you know, oh, and here's monsters really quick. You definitely want to get, if you can get somebody that can cast like a group cast here on those Maga Sisters, it's going to make it a lot easier.
Yeah, like, he's throwing out a Fire 3, he's throwing out a Berserk. He is in here to fight this and get some experience on his characters.
And also we'll get really good loot. This place, yeah, the trap chests especially have extremely good, probably the best, like, non-gated chest location on the overworld.
Yeah, and we do see CoffeeAndChocobos in that unfortunate scenario. His only character alive right now is a Berserked Kane. I feel like we're probably going to see a reset here. I don't know if he has enough damage to finish this off before he is eventually taken out by these melees. And, well, the melees are doing 1, but these casts are doing, what, like 150 to him? 170?
Yeah, honestly, like you said, I don't think he's going to survive. Okay, so he did just take down Sandy, but Cindy's still up. Cindy could just get Sandy back up here, and you got to get Cindy down, or this is not going to be doable.
So Antidale gets to that fight, gets his Rydia a few levels, also gets a Protect Ring, which is very nice defensive item here. Maga Sisters are reviving. I mean, it only revived the back one, so, I mean, CoffeeAndChocobos not down yet, but he looks like about one spell away from being out of this fight. So he has to really hope that...
It was actually super advantageous that the other sister didn't get back up, because she's the one that cast the spells. Oh, and the remedy happened and reset. Yep, that was what he was hoping for, to get through that, and it didn't happen, unfortunately.
So unfortunately, taking that wipe there, I mean, Antidale's not in the fight, but Antidale is powering up his party here. He's got his members, he's fighting trap chests, getting more equipment, so probably going to have a lot easier of a time in this fight when he does get here, whereas CoffeeAndChocobos is just trying to his best with what he has to get through this right now.
Yeah, for sure. And Antidale's doing the other nice Mad Ogre spot here, which is, you know, it's good to get that more life glitch and more good XP. But all these spots here give pretty good XP as well as good items, so I think that will give him a huge advantage going down. The question is the time taken doing this worth it? And I mean, we know the bosses are gross, but will it be beneficial enough in the end, you know, in the long run?
This is an interesting. CoffeeAndChocobos is actually able to get a Silk Web off before the wall goes on the Maga Sister, so he's actually able to slow down all of them here.
Ooh, that's a really good strategy. Yeah, slowing down that Delta attack is going to make it a lot less painful to have to deal with, because, like, it looked like every couple of hits that the Maga Sisters were going through that cycle.
There was an Avenger in that trap chest. Unfortunately, none of the characters Antidale has can use it, but, I mean, it's money.
Yeah, you sell it pretty happily, but yeah, unfortunately, he did not take a cane like CoffeeAndChocobos did, and he did fill out his party, so he can never use that.
So heading back to here, I'm gonna guess is gonna be selling probably that Avenger. We'll see what else they sell here. I mean, has no use for that Avenger, so it's a lot of money. Getting that Coast Ring, which is also gonna be a nice fix to agility here.
Yeah, that's key. That's gonna make the fights in Upper Babel way more doable, because if your agility's like out there, then those hits are gonna come so fast.
Yeah, I could see a lot more of offensive strat here from CoffeeAndChocobos this time. I saw a Grimoire that was a remove, not the greatest thing, but using, looks like a Gaia Drum, using viruses with Tella.
Yeah, it's good to kind of hurl the whole kitchen sink at this fight. Just try and get, like, one of the sisters down, get that stuff stopped, keep getting as much damage as you can before everyone gets beat up. And Tella throwing out some viruses, so that's gonna be pretty good damage. And obviously you can't do it to Cindy because she's walled, but still.
I mean, you can always throw it off of one of your characters that gets walled and hope that it bounces the right way, but...
And honestly, I don't think I mean, really what he needs to do here is survive, and the one that's doing the casting, that's doing, like, the major damage is Mindy. So if you can just get Mindy out of the picture, and, you know, using those viruses and stuff, that's going to make this way more doable.
We see Rosa take a virus that's more than her max life and goes down. I mean, it's a little bit of a struggle here, but I mean, if he can keep ahead of this damage and stay alive, we'll see. We did see it go wrong once, and Antidale is on his way back down with, I'm going to say, a lot stronger over Bodhi at this point.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if like he can go through this quickly enough to make a little bit of a comeback, because he's definitely more primed to take on Magus Sisters, because he does have Leviathan, I believe, set up on his Rydia.
That is true. The only thing, I mean, not the only thing, but I mean, if say CoffeeAndChocobos gets through this and like goes to Dwarf Castle, he may find, you know, another black mage that might give him a better damage profile later on. Antidale's already made the choice to fill out the podium completely, so.
Yeah, and it looks like he's setting things up for this first fight. I guess he did see DKC, but yeah, he was kind of putting, you know, setting up positions for folks. He gave the one low-level Rosa a cursed ring to kind of set up the agility manipulation situation.
Did he see DKC? I thought he left as soon as he killed the Mad Ogre chest.
I feel like, now I don't remember for sure, but like the only reason I can think that he would just like cut and run would be to see that DKC. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Regardless, he is probably a lot more prepared, especially with that Sid, to take out this first fight.
You can see immediately, oh well, it was a little early, but there was a Cure 2 thrown at Sid before a wave even went out. But I mean, as we saw, this is going to do what? About 530 damage. Looks like 5, a little more, a little less.
Yeah, he's already.
Rydia goes down. Ooh, this could be close, depending on how much he heals.
That was a really unfortunate roll for him. I don't know.
Okay, he gets a lower roll on that third one. Because he had 627 life, and that second one did 630 to him.
That was brutal. If he got another one like that, yeah, he would have to reset. So, conveniently, 40 hit points left on that Sid, and he gets to get through this Magus Sisters fight. Will he save first? I'm kidding. He most definitely will.
That looks like he... Oh, yeah. Okay, there it goes.
Yeah, he does. That step up, I always, like, take a breath, like... and I'm like, oh, right, you have to walk that step.
Oh, no, and CoffeeAndChocobos is back in that only Berserk Kane state.
Yeah, this is really the big downside of what he tried to do, kind of pushing through this with his party. Because his party was not ready, and now Antidale's coming through with a party that more or less probably is ready. So he might get the catch-up right here.
I mean, that Leviathan cast on Rydia is going to do work in this fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many thousand that does here. I don't know what the magic defense is, but it's... And conveniently going first as well, so that's gonna be really good.
The middle sister goes down, and Kane is walled. So this sister looks like CoffeeAndChocobos is going to make it through this fight here.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot slower of a fight than we're expecting to see out of Antidale here, but it is going to be an underground access here.
What an awesome fight getting through that. That GG's CoffeeAndChocobos. Yeah, there's no way Mindy can do any damage here. Just the direct cast level 1 spells, so it's all going to be taken care of.
Yeah, looks like Leviathan did about 1,500 damage to the middle sister. Rydia has about 3 casts of it, but he does have that stack of 8 Ether 1s. So it's just going to keep MPing her up, keep casting that Leviathan. Sid is berserked. He has 2 Rosas for healing. I mean, 1 is Coast Ring, but you can still throw Cure 2s.
Right, exactly. You can be a chemist and be weakened. Let's see if CNC gives us a nice peek at the... Oh, we have a Baigen at the top of tower. Again, another place that having a Leviathan would be nice, because you can use that wave to take out both arms each time.
Yeah, because that Leviathan is definitely doing work here in this fight. I mean, taking out those other sisters really quickly. It looks like a Grimoire is coming out. We'll see what it actually does. And even that Sid with that Poison Axe is doing a lot more damage than the Kane was.
Yeah, 1,800 one shot. That's actually going to take Cindy out real fast here. So, yeah, Antidale definitely made up some time, actually. Even doing that grind and stuff. Overall, ended up getting through this significantly faster, even though he is still behind a little bit, I guess.
Only gets a Sylph with the Grimoire, but it does actually give him a little bit of a heal, so...
Yeah, that was actually decent timing. I guess he could have been worse off, but just getting that little bump makes it a lot easier.
Ooh, we find an Ashra. I mean, we do have a Rosa, so we already kind of have healing, but... Could use it in attack, or could use it for money.
That's the thing. It's good for the cash. sometimes you just got to sell everybody or everything whatever it is, and get as much money as you can to buy lots of fun stuff at the store.
No, I think I just saw a... Oh, there's another Ashra. I saw a reflected berserk on one of the roses.
And we've got a legend sword, part of Forge, in the freebie spot in Feymarch, so you definitely want to be checking this. Hopefully Antidale will be doing all of his freebies as well when he gets underground.
We have some Cure 3s as well. I mean, they're always nice to pick up a few.
Yeah, I love having that little buffer. Like when you're fighting something gross, maybe you're at Z and you don't have time, and it's just like, okay, well, I don't want to try and throw out like 400 hit point buffs. Like, it's not going to be enough to survive a big bang, but that Cure 3 will actually do it. So yeah, it definitely gets me out of sticky situations sometimes.
I can see on Antidale's side, his city even actually surviving that virus cast, which is the most damaging thing we've seen coming out of these Mega Sisters, and Cindy's down.
Yeah, so it's all basically done from here. Though you do have to be careful, because once Cindy is down, Sandy will start casting Charm on your party, and that will make you start beating up your own party. And if you're not careful, like somebody like Rydia could get charmed and then cast Leviathan on the party.
Coffee and Joke was having a little trouble. I don't think his... Oh no, it looks like he's actually healing up. I didn't see what... There must be a free fight there. I didn't actually see... I was watching the Mega Sisters fight, but he is healing up and heading back down here in the Feymarch. So there must be a free fight that I did not notice.
Yeah, I also missed that too, so unfortunately, but... Oh, it's an ugly boss at Leviathan. I guess we'll see in a second. Oh, water. Oh, there's Hag. You're right, because we already saw Gauntlet, so that's definitely Water Hag. But that evil wall at Leviathan. Oh my gosh, another just terrifyingly gross spot for that boss.
Yeah, I mean, this Water Hag is going to hit like a truck.
Yeah, and unfortunately, with only 3 people hitting, like, you might not be able to out punch it. But yeah, like that.
I'm pretty sure I just saw Rydia cast Warp on Mindy, which reflected back onto Rosa, and still did nothing because it's Warp in a boss fight. But
now she's casting Piggy. Oh, didn't work. But come on, knock her. Okay, there you go. Don't let her cast Leviathan.
Yeah, looks like Tella gets punched, but we do get through this Water Hag fight, so definitely a nice free thing to see, able to get through, and we do get a key item check here. Oh,
dun dun dun!
The Adamant. We are actually able to forge the Excalibur.
Man, and no ceaseless in sight, of course. But yeah, that's hype. Not only do we get an objective and an Excal to sell, which is real nice, but we also get access to that Cocol shop, which is super good. It has some of the best items in the game. Sometimes it even sells sirens, which are great for grinding. Like, it is so good. That's maybe even more than the objective. I'd be excited for that shop.
This is definitely good. And it also, one less thing you have to find. Like, you don't have to find maybe the Sand Ruby or the Pan now in order to get your crystal.
Right, that's going to make this a lot. I mean, and also, yeah, you might not even have to go to the moon, potentially. So you could just totally haunt that place and not ever have to step foot.
Speaking of Simon, there's one on the bookshelf in Coco's bedroom, as we do see Antidale getting through the Mega Sisters fight as well. Definitely well done, kind of filling out their party, getting through that. Really nice play.
Yeah.
Has his party set up now, so he can't make any changes, but I mean, it's still a reflectable thing. Ooh. Gungnir
that Kane's gonna love that. Yeah, that Gungnir's really good. There were coffins. That's gonna make a lot of fights super free. So that'll be really nice to have around. Those are both really good utility. I think there were also Samurai Bow, so that might be something to throw on a Rosa and do some good damage. Or even, oh no, he doesn't have the Sid.
Yeah, so he can sell this Excalibur. I mean, he has those 2 Ashras. I didn't see if he sold those. But yeah, he's buying a Dragon Whip and some coffins, it looks like.
Not a bad
Doesn't
idea.
look like he's going to pick up a Gungnir Sphere at this point. Maybe he's going to sell some more stuff here. Sells one of those Ashras, sells off. Needs a little bit more money here.
Just trying to scrape everything, but I've been in this position before. You're just like, okay, I got to get rid of something. What is it?
There goes that Diamond Shield, and that Gungnir Sphere is being purchased.
Yeah, Kate is going to do some work now. I mean, that Gungnir is probably like I don't know if you had to like tier weapons. It's like the best mid-game spear for Kane. Like below, or weapon, like below like defense and white and all that stuff, but just still a lot of damage.
Yeah, it looks like he also wants to pick up one of those Samurai Bows. So, keeping his options open, taking full advantage of that Cocol shop. Ooh, Ether Jews and Illusions. here.
Ooh, I love having some. Well, if you ever have to take on that evil wall, those will be actually totally probably essential because I don't know how you're going to survive all those nasty punches. But yeah, hopefully for these party members, they won't have, or these racers, they won't have to go through that nastiness.
Picks up a rune ring out of the armor shop as well. There was wizard robes as well. Doesn't look like he's going to loot the back and check the job dwarf though.
Ah, not validating the seed. Come on, Antidale, you know better. Oh, looks like we might have a little divergence here. Coffee and Chocobos taking the tower, although Antidale might just be healing up, I'm not sure. But the tower is a really good lucrative spot here because you've got 2 checks. You know, Coffee and Chocobos already knows that Baigen is at the top, and I think has a party that could probably take Baigen out pretty well, although it'd be a little punchy. And then that tower check. Okay, so Antidale's right on his tail.
I think at this point they're going for the high number play. They have 2 checks here, one of them super easy in that super cannon spot, knowing the boss, so they've already kind of thought in their mind, you know, I should be able to take this out, and making display.
Exactly. I think Antidale's probably, again, better suited to take out that top spot with those Leviathans, but Coffee Chocobos certainly has the power to do it. Now, Antidale is also, you know, he may be like, looks like he's right behind Coffee and Chocobos, but he has not done any of the Fame check stuff, so he doesn't have either piece of Forge yet.
Yeah, that freebie check and, you know, the pretty freebie boss fight is still available to him. Probably head down there pretty soon after this, unless, well, like, we may get the pan here, potentially, which might lead to doing that first.
Right, because then, you know, they have Pan, then Sheila 1 and Sheila 2 checks, so 3 key item checks from there. So that could, like, lead to every other piece of Go mode that you need anyway. They got a Darkness Crystal that could have...
Sand Ruby.
Sand Ruby, there you go. Words are hard.
And, you know, just getting one of those objectives out of the way.
Yeah, super good. And here, Baigen is doing his little dance because he's got to be all special, the jerk.
Not quite, like, Tella's coming in here with 25 life. Fairly not too worried about that one. Just going with the bazooking up Kane here. He does have that Gunyo Spear now, so his damage output should be a little bit higher than that Blizzard Spear now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this was just a strat, was just, you know, I'm just going to have Kane beat it up, I'm just going to take a nap. Because honestly, like, the damage that Baigen's doing right now, like 10 damage against Flamingo, as it were, is not going to be nearly enough to take him out anytime soon.
I mean, we bought that Soma drop. When are we going to get the Swag Meteo?
Did both of them buy it and neither of them put it on?
I know, I'm pretty sure I saw Coffee and Chocobos buy it. I don't think Antidale even checked the shop.
Oh,
but
that might have been, yeah.
Yeah, we can see, here comes the Leviathan from Antidale's side. I feel like there's going to be a slightly faster fight here on Antidale's side. 3,000 damage all around, taking out the arms as well. And then getting the this Sid.
Yeah, most likely given the... Okay, yeah, I was going to say, those arms are going to recover fast. I didn't know they were going to recover that fast. So the Leviathan's just going to take out the arms each time that it gets cast, and hopefully Sid will get a lot more body shots and make this boss go away a lot pretty fast.
I mean, it's a mini grind fight. Just keep taking out the arms.
Yeah, right. What is it, like 1% of the total XP comes from the arms or something like that?
I'm pretty sure it's a pretty low amount, so...
Yeah, no, it's obviously not actually a real grind. Unlike CPU, where you can actually get real grind out of it. Yeah, here we go. Antidale's, you know, with no arms, getting a couple of quick shots off before the arms come back. They're both making pretty good work here. I don't know who might be ahead. That's actually pretty neck and neck here.
I'm actually a little surprised that Antidale didn't wait on those arms to respawn before sending out that next Leviathan. It's only going to hit the main body here.
Bizarre, yeah. I would think you'd want to wait for that, but I guess you just want to get stuff out as quick as possible. I don't know. But still, 2,300 damage. Not going to complain about that.
I mean, he has those ether juice now. He's just throwing on Iridia, fueling this Leviathan rage.
Yes. Keep summoning the king of the underworld and to do my bidding. Iridia's got pretty powerful friends, if we're honest.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people scoff on Iridia because, I mean, she starts lower, gets Quake way later, and Virus and stuff, but, like, if you can get one of her powerful summon, like Leviathan, like Bahamut alone, like, she can be quite powerful. As we see, this Leviathan makes quick work of this spot and gets to the fight later, but powers through it way faster.
Yeah, so definitely takes the lead here in the tower, notwithstanding the rest of the game, the race, and gets an Earth Crystal. So something tells me at some point we will be hearing, well, I don't know, maybe they won't check the treasury. I feel like it's a good call at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if Antidale saves that for a little while later, but that's a nice one to have.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering Antidale's Pody's like full out. They've already shopped in Troya. I mean, I don't foresee this being used right away here. It could be a while before we see that treasury if they're looking for some equipment. But we'll see. I mean, CoffeeAndChocobos might head out there. I mean, they're still looking to fill out their Pody here, so.
Right, and obviously this is all dependent on what tower key brings, because that could send us in any direction. My guess, though, would be that they would want to do more underground checks, and then when above ground, maybe start looking at that stuff. But it's not worth going up and down. Or maybe, you know, put it in with that Sheila check if you don't have Pan yet to do both. You can at least still do the Sheila 1 check.
Oh no, the Baron Guards are... Oh, that Leviathan is overkill, come on!
Honestly, though, those guards are jerks. I'm here for it. Take them out, Antidale. Crush them.
Obviously, they're going to have very low health at this spot. That Leviathan doing multiple times their max HP.
That was hilarious. Yeah, that was like, what, 7 or 8 times their HP in that spot. That was pretty beautiful.
It's like even just a Cane attacking with a Gungnir Spear is able to take them out 600 damage. So yeah.
Yeah, no, not long for this world. And now the most brutal tease in this game, I think, is that you don't even get the key item. You just have to do it, and then you have to walk all the way out till you find out what you got. But you know, we'll see in a moment. But for me, it's like it feels like hours.
No, that could be me, Gambit, but we'll see how this goes. Both these characters now running out of the tower, gonna get their confirmation of what is tower worth. I mean, they did get the Earth Crystal, so they have progression no matter what. Still a couple more checks here in the underground that are free, including Sheila 1, Dwarf Castle, and, you know, that evil wall that's not as free, but it is there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're going to do everything in their power to not do that fight. So we will see literally everywhere else in the world checked before we actually get to that spot, because that spot's just brutal. That evil wall hits hard and fast and moves so fast.
But CoffeeAndChocobos can still get an Edward.
And we get a pass. So that's now again, you don't need Darkness Crystal at all potentially if you get that Sand Ruby and that Pan here. So that's still potential.
Yeah, so yeah, we definitely have access to the final boss now. If things light up, we may not see the moon at all. We could see possibly low-level strats, possibly still Edward strats on CoffeeAndChocobos' side. Like, there's a lot of things available to us here. It looks like Luca Cave is going to be the next check for CoffeeAndChocobos.
Interesting. It's not a bad check. I think he's probably a little on the weak side for this place, especially if it's a really spicy boss. But the one nice thing about this place is you get to see the item first. So, or I guess another thing he could be doing. Well, you probably want to do the sirens first, but you know, there is always the door grind, and the door grind is really nice. I've seen a lot of people kind of incorporating those into their strats lately.
Yeah, there's definitely potential for that. You know, if you just want to take out one or two, even just to make your Pody able to get through the rest of these underground checks quickly.
Yeah, true. Death it is Mimi, but also I think like the fight basically is like a siren. Like I think it gives you like 30,000 or something like that. Like it's a lot of XP. Antidale processing. Oh gosh, what is that? Oh yay, what is that?
Probably sad and happy at the same time.
Yeah, I presume. But I can it looks like Antidale's going back here to he's probably gonna heal up or save or whatever, and he's gonna go take on that water hag. Words are hard.
Using up those life potions, gonna get some curing out here.
Yeah, healing up and everything. Probably does. I don't know if healing up even really matters except for that Sid. Like everyone else might get one shot because water hag is punchy when he's in Fey March. Just brutal.
Let's see, we get a... What does CoffeeAndChocobos show us here? It's an apple. Not
Oof,
even
did
checking the boss.
Oh, brutal. We still don't know where that G-Mist is. I'm wondering if he realizes this and is like, oh, I guess it's too late now, so I just got to go with it. But unfortunately, yeah, we don't have a D-Mist check or D-Mist found anywhere yet, and that D-Mist will give us a key item. So you want to be on that boss hunt. So not checking that could potentially have value.
It's like heading to the overworld. There was not a Sheila 1 check. There was not a Dwarf Castle check. I wonder if we're going to be seeing potentially that Earth Crystal Armory, maybe even a check for the characters in the tower.
Could be. I'm wondering if he... Oh, wait, he just saved and he's going back underground. Okay, so he must have just thought, oh, I can do Sheila now. Maybe I should do Sheila. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Gonna knock out the rest of their freebies here. Wasn't sure if they're maybe gonna do some shopping or whatever they were up to, but looks like Antidale's gonna get the news that he can now forge an Excalibur and finish off one of the tasks. So we'll see if he knows that too.
Yeah, I bet he's gonna be real excited giving that Excalibur to Rydia so she can just take on the end game, no problem. Unfortunately not. But yeah, he's gonna probably go forge immediately, get his objective done, get some shopping going on because it's good stuff, and I'd be curious where he goes next. But I wouldn't be surprised if he follows CoffeeAndChocobos' tail at this point.
CoffeeAndChocobos finishing up that initial check to be able to get the Sheila 1 open. We'll see where he decides to go after that. We may see a Troya check here.
Yeah, it looks like he's heading up there. Oh, maybe not. Deceiving. Oh, he's doing the Sheila first. That makes, yeah.
Just taking an interesting path.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, what does he go? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah, we'll see what this is. It could be nothing. It could be super important. I guess that's with everything.
Yeah, we do see Antidale's also making that Luca Cave check. We'll see if he checks out the boss after seeing that apple this time.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a spicy divergence here if that boss was a Mist Dragon? Although I'm not sure if Antidale's party can really do that right now. A little bit on the weak side, and I think that spot's extremely punchy. Did anyone see what that was? I totally missed it.
You get a pink tail from Sheila 1.
Okay, so that is a key item. So
is that 9 key items on CoffeeAndChocobos side once that pink tail gets lit up?
Exactly, 9. So that's now at this point probably like, well, I mean, CNC's already gonna want to be searching for darkness for an easy grind, but one step closer to getting that 10 key items to make that grind half as long. And it looks like now going to Earth. So now we will see maybe a treasury, but definitely Zot.
Yeah. See if he just decides to loot up here. Looks like that is going to be the choice. So we are going to get to play the game.
Yes. You know what it is.
But everyone, it's time.
Raise that treasury!
We have a big boss, Black Sword, Moonveil, Hourglass Deer, Rune Axe, that might have been useful a while ago, Aegis Shield, Elixir, Ice Armor, Vampire, Dancing Dago, Tiara.
Well, that Tiara is super nice for Rydia. That's some good stats and super good magic defense. Pretty okay. I mean, I would say the Moonveil and Hourglass and Tiara were the biggest 3 there. So I'd give that maybe a 4 or a 5 because I think the Moonveil is going to make something free.
Yeah, I was going to say, depending on if that Moonveil becomes useful, I think the rating goes up. Otherwise, pretty mediocre. If, say, like, they do get the Darkness Crystal and there's something in Cave Bahamut that only does physical and that Moonveil gets them through that fight, I think the rating can go up.
And here's the other thing, like, if they don't find a way to the moon other than, and don't have go mode already, and they're stuck having to do that stupid evil wall, that might be the only way to get through. Obviously, there's Crush Phase, but if you can do a Moonveil and get a Zerk on somebody, maybe like maybe Sid, maybe you can get the damage output in time before a Crush.
Yeah, I mean, if they find like a ribbon or one of those protections from the Crush as well, just putting that on the character with the Moonveil, I mean, that fight's done.
Right, that's totally free at that point. So that's probably a keeper. Won't be using that immediately, I assume. But again, you would probably want to save that for a new boss anyway.
Moving Rydia out of that middle spot. Still not going to resurrect her, so I guess just doesn't care about the agility at this point. Wants Kane to get that accuracy. And going into these Zot fights.
Yeah, I'd guess at this point he's all in on just Rydia is going to get the slingshot. She's not going to be able to do anything for now anyway, so just leave her down. And we've got the other Mylon with the dance partners.
Mylon and friends in the spot of the Mega Sisters. Should be a pretty easy fight. I mean, just gonna berserk up this game. Not even worried about like the counter lit here should be pretty weak, and I don't even think the physical will be that high.
Yeah, I don't think with the hits that Kane's doing, we're not going to see the physical anyway. But yeah, unfortunately, like this was a great rendition of Thriller, and we didn't even hear it, and because Kane beat them all up before they could even do it. Just what a jerk.
I believe Kane still has that Dragoon armor on too, so like the Lit's doing very little damage to him. I'm not sure what that Rosa has, but no, I don't think he's too worried about it here. So we did see Antidale forging up the Excalibur, checking out the shop. I saw some Samurai Bow buying. We'll see what they decide to do now. I'm not sure. Did they do the Sheila one? They're heading to Fabul, so I'm thinking they did.
I think so, yeah. And yeah, I believe that they did not, or did.
And it looks like they're going to go up to that 9 key items as well, as both of our runners have done all of the same thing. Like, both of them have faded Dwarf Castle at this point as well.
Yeah, I was surprised that nobody diverged into that spot here, because I don't know. Well, Coffee and Chocobos has like an advantage to going here because, you know, he already did Sheila, and also he has an extra character slot, so if you get an edge maybe, or I don't know who you'd want, you could put them in that spot, which would be really good. Antidale doesn't have that advantage, so he could maybe, well, but then of course there's still one character you can get in Dwarf Castle, and you have a Cecil who would be a lovely benefactor of that X-Cal, which I don't think CNC even still has.
Yeah, I think he sold it to buy a Gunyo Spear.
Yeah, because when he went in Coco's shop, he just kind of went ham and sold like everything he could. So I'm guessing that Cecil is out.
See who else is here. It looks like another Rosa, so, you know, plenty of the good white mage in this seed.
Yeah, Rosa is here in abundance, and honestly, neither twin is here. I haven't seen a twin yet.
Yeah, I think there's not that many spots. There's the moon spot, the giant spot, and I don't think we've seen the sand ruby spot from either character yet, so.
Yeah, Antidale will probably be pretty happy about that rune axe too. It doesn't have the Gungnir for a cane, but oh hi, guess who it is? It is bonus round. Our friend Derek.
Yeah, and I feel like this is something Antidale might not do. Yeah, Antidale is actually flying away from the Tower of Zot right now. Antidale already has a full pody, so very much less incentivized to do this. I mean, Coffee and Chocobos didn't end up taking either of the characters, but was more incentivized to come up this tower.
Right, because he wanted, those character checks were definitely beneficial for him. And Antidale, it looks like maybe doing the Odin spot, but Coffee and Chocobos makes quick work of that D-Mist, so it's going to get rewarded with not one, but 2 checks.
I was just looking like, Antidale's looking for the lightning arrows that he had to put on Sid with that samurai bow he bought to do quite a bit of damage to Odin here.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, that might actually be enough to get through that. Since you don't have an Edward to do like some cheeky Eddie strats, if you can, it's a fast spot, but the anchoring situation is pretty good. So I think it's a shot here, and we have an Avenger again on CNC side. I don't think he got the. Did he get the one in Fame Arch?
No, it was in an Eblon trap chest that.
Right. So yeah, now Coffee and Chocobos has a superpower cane that Antidale unfortunately does not.
And immediately remembering that he just fought a D-Mist. Let's go check what this is.
Good. Do not forget your freebies.
Let's see, what do we have from that D-Mist check? It is darkness.
Oh, and the way to the moon has been opened. So I think we are about to see a grind happen on Coffee and Chocobo's side. Whew, that's huge. So that Mist Dragon is, well, if not required, very, very eagerly anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get, well, what can be here? We could get the Twin Hope from Odin here. I mean, that could be hiding on the moon. Like, that might be one of the few things that's left. finally going back, getting that curse ring on Coffee and Chocobo's side as well here.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Odin could have a Pan, and Pan could have Sand Ruby in it. So, it's possible that Moon could still be skipped. But obviously, Cave Bahamut is now open, so that second objective is there. So only one more item, Sand Ruby or Pan, is required for Go mode.
Yeah, and it looks like the setup for the grind is coming in right now from Coffee and Chocobos. Immediately wants those levels. We'll see. I'm going to assume probably another Rosa pickup from him as well beforehand, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would assume at least that he'd want to fill it out. And oh my gosh, Odin giving a crystal sword. That stinks. Finally, by the way, Coffee and Chocobos does actually use that Soma drop on his Tella.
Yeah, I mean, what is Antidale going to do here? Oh, the Dwarf Castle is now the next choice. I'm wondering, will we see Evil Wall or Tower of Zod before next, depending on what this gives.
I can't imagine you go Evil Wall just because that's going to be such a tough spot. I would guess that trying to bang your head against that a couple of times is going to be way worse than going and just doing Zod. We obviously know Zod is pretty required, but unless Dwarf Castle again has that Pan or something like that, then Antidale is definitely behind here because he doesn't have that Moon and grind access.
Yeah, it could be interesting because if Antidale gets either the Pan or Sand Ruby here, that gets them him another objective done, and then hopefully eventually getting funneled to that demist with a Darkness Crystal would leave him open to being able to be in Go mode.
Yeah, that'd be huge for him. So we'll see what Antidale does get. But yeah, obviously either definitely an objective or something that doesn't send him in another direction that's useless would be best for him.
I mean, there's not that many rabbit holes left. I mean, we do have the Twin Hub and the Rat Tail. So the Rat Tail's an easy, quick turn in. The Twin Hub is that single dungeon. Let's see who. Oh, he's gonna grab Yang to slingshot.
Nice. So Yang is a great slingshot character here because even though he's extremely weak at low levels, when he gets slingshot and gets those serious levels, not only does he have just astronomically ridiculous hit points, like 5,000 sometimes or whatever, but he also does really good damage even though he doesn't have even without stat boosting gear on, and he doesn't, his claws aren't really stat boosting anyway.
Yeah. So I'm foreseeing once Coffee and Chocobos does get to Threemus, we'll probably see a bit of a hybrid strat with these two melees, Iridia and Rosa. So
yeah, I'm guessing you don't pick up a punch mage if you're not going to be doing just punching or doing punching as well as magic.
There's also a Yang in Dwarf Castle, and looks like the Dark Imps are the second fight here. That's another easy fight.
Yeah, if nothing else, Rydia will probably end up doing Leviathan and taking him out real quick.
Looks
Maybe
like that
just
is
Mist Dragon?
No, it looks like he switched back to Leviathan. Coffee and Chocobos on their way to get their grind. Gonna be doing some D machines here, getting a plethora of experience.
Yeah, this grind is going to basically set them up for being able to take everything on the rest of the game.
I mean, the best part is too that Darkness Crystal gave him his 10th key item too. So this is also double experience and it's going to be quadruple for that Rydia and Yang because he's kept that Rydia dead this entire time.
Yeah, I don't know specifics because I never remember these off the top of my head, but I feel like he's only going to have to do a pretty short grind, maybe only 4 or 5 life glitched D machines will get the Rydia up to nuke level, something super low.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a huge power. I mean, I'm going to assume we're going to go straight into that Cave Bahamut check afterwards, hoping for. I did not catch what.
That was a spoon, unfortunately. So, oof. On one hand, oof. On the other hand, okay. Well, now Antidale has only really one choice here, and it's not going to be Evil Wall, I promise you. Wait,
are you sure?
It is.
Are you sure? Are you sure
Not
it's not
really.
Evil Wall?
Holy crud. Okay, I am not sure, apparently. Wow, he hates Zot that much.
He may commit that Moon Veil. He did loot that treasure. He may commit the Moon Veil here to try and take out this Evil Wall.
it'd give him a shot. It's still really fast though, surprisingly fast. And you know, I mean, Evil Wall basically cheats at attacks and stuff, so it's really difficult to actually do anything with that boss. But we'll see. I would be curious, but I mean, the first seed I ever rolled had like this super horrible Evil Wall Leviathan, and people still hate me for it.
Yeah, so I mean, this could be a chance. Like, CoffeeAndChocobos is in his grind already, so if he gets through this grind, no problem, and Stoat's taking out some of that moon stuff. If this Evil Wall gives Antidale some trouble, or if it doesn't yield anything, this puts CoffeeAndChocobos in a really good spot.
Yeah, I mean, given the fact that the preponderance of checks left are on the moon at this point for CNC, I would guess that he's just going to go up and full clear it. And yeah, then obviously after that, if he's still lacking, then he would probably go and check out Leviathan if nothing else is available. And yeah, if that ends up being like a pan that leads to, you know, Sand Ruby, then that's going to be a super advantage for Antidale.
CoffeeAndChocobos committing that elixir to Tella here, getting him that full MP at this point.
Good idea. Yeah, I love having Ether 2s and yeah, even Elixir sometimes, especially if the HP is low. Just to max everything out. Just like, I don't want to deal with trying to get things up a little bit at a time. Like, just finish it off. And since he does have that Soma drop, he gets 4 weeks off per full MP bar.
Yeah,
and
looks
there's
like
Moonveil.
Yeah, it's Moonveil on Rydia here. He really needs that to go off because this Evil Wall is not messing around in this spot.
So I guess, I mean, now what he needs to do is just have Rydia Leviathan? I'm not sure what you would do here. Or maybe just have her survive to crush and start lifing him. That might be the play.
Yeah, it's quite possible that he might just be going max lifing here. Looks like he needs to get a Rosa up. I'm not sure if he wants to Berserk that Sid or what the plan is here, but...
Yeah, just lifing and blinking and lifing, but it's going to be real slow going.
Yeah, like, if he doesn't start getting some damage in, this is going to get to Crush pretty soon, and I don't think he has any protection from Crush.
Right, even though that Moonveil is like all, it negates all physical damage for an encounter, and also gives you like a Star Veil Reflect at the beginning of it. It does not stop like special skills like Crush, which are just instant kill.
And we see CoffeeAndChocobos was already done at that grind, getting 710,000 experience. That's going to be doubled on that Yang and that Rydia. You can see Rydia learning all of her spells here, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Nuke is definitely online, so Rydia is super powered at this point.
There's Fatal, there's Nuke. Yang is going to get a plethora of levels instead of actually being able to do damage. Gets a bonus Hourglass 3 out of it. I did see the white on Rosa as well. 2,300 health on Rosa. 1,900 health on Rydia. His team just got everything. He's just throwing that Avenger on Kane. He doesn't even care.
Yeah, might as well at this point. That the levels he has with that Avenger, he's going to do some serious work. And you don't have to worry about berserking. It's like super quick. Wow, CoffeeAndChocobos hoarding those Thunder Claws. He had 3 of them.
Yeah, I think I actually saw him buy one in Silvera, like early on in the seed. So he might have been thinking that, Yang might be the play at some point.
Yeah, I don't hate the play. I mean, the one downside is like, yeah, it's basically like a physical magic attacker. Good with the elemental weaknesses and stuff. But unfortunately, if you wanted to do reflect strats, then that's going to trigger the refill with a physical direct attack. So it's I can see why there's positives to it, and I think honestly the HP kind of puts it over the top in terms of making that choice.
You see the play there. CoffeeAndChocobos got back to the second last room, actually double checked to make sure they turned encounters off before walking out of the giant there.
Yeah, that would be a horrible thing to have. Oh gosh. So yeah, good. I'm glad that did not like harm him at all, because that's just nasty to see.
As you can see, Antidale is in this, I believe, he's in this final phase of the Evil Wall, and he has everyone alive, throwing out slows, throwing out Leviathans, has a Berserk Sid, just having one character get crushed at a time.
Yep, and He has 21 life potions, which I hope is enough. But honestly, like those crushes are gonna be decently fast. I mean, crush. So the one nice thing is to get to crush. Once you get to crush phase, crush is a lot slower than the wall attacks. So you can actually, a lot of places, just do lifing and just get everyone up and keep doing like single attacks and like kind of slowly drag him down. So it looks like that might be working here. But the one problem might be running out of lives, although he does have casters.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, for Antidale's sake, this has to pretty much pan out at this point. CoffeeAndChocobo's done with the grind, like already on the moon in the Bahamut spot. If this isn't a pan or a sand ruby here, this could be rough for Antidale.
Yeah, I mean, Antidale at that point would have to probably, I mean, you do Zot, assuming he finishes this, and then have to go in a different direction through this. But obviously, CoffeeAndChocobo is going to do the actual objective spot here in Bahamut, and it's going to be treated to, oh yeah, the dolls. Calbraina's pretty easy here with Quake. I think you probably like one Quake and finish it off. If not, yeah, Yang will do some work here too. So it's going to be easy.
And he went to check. He never actually learned Leviathan on that video. So just a Quake coming out. I mean, he did pick up that Hourglass 3. He could always throw that here as well, but looks like he's just gonna Quake.
I think given the HP, it's not worth it. There are places, there might be situations where that Hourglass would be more necessary. I don't know, but this is going to be super easy regardless. He's definitely super powered.
Yeah. Oh, there's the evil wall down. Ooh, the Quake only takes out the front doll, so unless I mean, there's one hit, there's two hits, and
got it. Okay, he's lucky that did not turn to Calbraina. Oh no! And Antidale finds a Dragoon Spear. So wow, that was super not worth it, unfortunately. But now Antidale only has one choice and is going to head over to that Zot and get that bonus round and get that Darkness Crystal.
CoffeeAndChocobo is getting a rat tail here. I would imagine loading that Leviathan that he wished he'd loaded right before that fight. I would imagine he exits out of here, saves on the moon, goes back, turns in that rat tail, and then goes back to the moon if that doesn't pan out.
Yeah, pan out. Nice pun there. But yes, agreed. That saves coming here is good because you only need one thing, and if you go down there, it could be either one of those two things. And if you can get it, boom. And if not, you just reset and you're back on the moon. And you can just continue.
Actually, maybe gonna save in a different spot. We'll see what he decides to do here, but
or maybe he's not. Maybe he's continuing down. I don't know. I mean, since he does have only one thing to find, I don't know what he's regarding as the fastest thing to do.
I guess maybe deciding that even though he has that rat tail, the plethora of checks here is on the moon. He still has 5 spots, with one of them having a double check.
Right, exactly. So, that's 6 places to check, and you only need one thing. That's not too bad.
Well, there's a pawn that will not join the party.
Yeah, I just saw a ribbon, and I was like, wait, we got a ribbon. No, that's the character name that he chose. Unfortunately, he did not. But yeah, that would be much more valuable.
Yeah, CoffeeAndChocobo was deciding, I'm here on the moon already. I'm powerful enough. Let's take out these spots. If it's the rat tail, I mean, they could be cutting time off. I think a save scum definitely would have been nice there, but I mean, looks like heading deep into the moon here. Probably going to check that ribbon spot first with a double check.
I could also see like maybe he wants to see if there's one more thing so he can kind of do a double check, because that if he gets Twin Harp, then he can check both of those when he goes back down. I don't know. There's different potentials, but yeah, if that ended up being go mode, that would potentially save him a couple of minutes too.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, there is 2 outs here, so even if that rat tail is go mode with the Sand Ruby or the Pan, I mean, the other one could well be on the moon still.
Exactly. There's still 2 things, so it could be both things. Or if there's any way it could be possible here, any permutation. So the fact that there's 2 does give Antidale a chance to kind of get back in this a little bit if he does top down and ends up finding something faster. But he still has a pretty big uphill climb because he hasn't even done a grind yet. Although his levels aren't too bad, but he won't be able to slingshot anybody, so that's a big downside.
Yeah, he won't get that slingshot. I mean, it is possible he gets that Darkness Crystal. He may go straight to the moon and just take out like the dolls fight. Shouldn't be that difficult even with his party, and
Leviathan would probably take him out, maybe even in one shot. So
not even worried about berserking. There's nukes coming out, there's power coming out. I'm pretty sure he also berserked a Avenger Kane, so I don't know what that does, but
it makes him double mad, I guess.
Yeah, I can see even that video is only taking, what, 390 damage? Oh, okay, no, that one was 850, so a little more on that one, but, I mean, it's still not dying in one hit. Not really worried about these counters or anything, just going full damage here.
Yeah, he could just basically power overwhelming everything the rest of this seat. We already know, like, a spicy evil wall in one spot. The only thing that's left that's going to be really annoying, I would think, is probably Golbez at somewhere gross. But there's also a Wyvern. We have not seen Wyvern yet, so that could present a kind of annoying surprise. But with a Rydia, you can do the cast that reflects Mega Nuke, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, CoffeeAndChocobos just needs to find the item. I already did the grinding, pretty well set up for this at this point. So
yeah, he's definitely in like the home. Well, maybe not the home stretch, but he's on his way really fast. So all he has to do is go, whatever check or whatever key item requirement thing he needs to do, hit that pass, and he's in the Z fight.
Oh man, here's another. I mean, he already did a grind. Here's another 2 to 3 levels on all of your characters too, just because 200,000 experience. Stardust Rod, Zeus Gauntlet. I mean, both very good items, but not what he's looking for right now.
Yeah, woof. So definitely did not get go mode just yet, but still, each check is going to be like 30 seconds to a minute, maybe, depending.
And that Zeus Gauntlet on it, that level of Yang is gross.
Oh, wow. Yeah, like he doesn't get a lot of stat gear, but that would be probably his best stat gear.
That Yang is putting out a significant amount of damage at his levels with that equipment. I mean, that Stardust adding to Rydia's nukes as well. Like this is pretty good. I mean, even CPU here. Yeah, he doesn't care. Berserking, Leviathan, CPU. Care.
I love it. Just do it. Did Rydia get a Meteor cast? I don't know. I didn't see what.
No, this is Leviathan.
Cast. Okay, it's Leviathan, which is just as good.
I mean, yeah, that heal for 2,300, so that thing has 23,000 health. Yeah. Going straight for that back CPU. This Leviathan will take care of the things. Not worried about Globe 99.
Yeah, that's not enough globes to take these guys out. It like globe like 740, so forget about it.
5,000 damage from that Leviathan now with that Stardust Rod on that Rydia.
Yeah, so the baby orbs are down. However, Punch Mage doing 4K, and then you've got Avenger Kane. I don't think we're going to see any globes.
No,
and gone.
Yep, CP's gone. Like, the power level of this bounty is pretty ridiculous right now. I mean, they've gotten good gear. They've gotten everything they need. I mean, that crystal helm is useless, but,
But it's the thought that counts, and the thought is, I don't like you, here's a crystal sword, or crystal helmet.
Yeah, not even caring about saving, just going straight to Ogopogo, let's go.
Yeah, he's got the levels, there's no reason to save, it's not like he's getting anything out of it, might as well just make the walk.
This is when he gets blown up by Wyvern, Please,
please, do it. We can hope. We have to hope for something.
Kinazo. That's just an angry turtle.
Yeah, honestly, actually a really tough boss here, but not for this group, unfortunately.
No, his melee did a significant amount there, but a nuke is coming out immediately. 2 berserked characters are just going to start smacking him down. I mean, if he puts that wave on, that Yang has a Thunder Claw. Like, that was 4,400 damage before he had damage against Lightning X.
Yeah, I don't know if he had an Ice Claw on. I don't think he did. So
I'm pretty sure it's the original Fire Claw and that Thunder Claw. Here we go. And there we go. 8,000.
Oh my god. That's hilarious. 8,000. Punch Mage, go punch. And Antidale has made it through, and he has now gotten the Avenger. He doesn't need, but he has the missed check, and he can get that Darkness Crystal. So he can get on his way.
That was the first wave, but he's in shell form.
And they barely did 100 damage, and this is an HP skill. So like, that he had to have such low HP at that point. He probably could have, Rozuk probably could have punched him and finished him off.
Oh, for a second I was wondering where Antidale was going. He started hitting. Oh, there's the
And we've
Sand
got
Ruby.
Go mode. That is Go mode. You'll be seeing CNC running down and awakening the character in a bit shortly.
Yeah, luckily has that pass. It doesn't have to return to the moon for the Walk of Shame afterwards. But yeah, gonna be exiting here. This is his race to lose at this point. I mean, he's in Go mode. He has the levels. He has everything. Like,
yeah, he's playing solid, and Antidale made some checks that didn't work out, unfortunately. But CNC is on his way and has been playing excellently this race so far, and is going to show us exactly what this end game is going to look like with this powerful team.
yeah, I mean, looks like Antidale was making up some time when he made his pody choices, grinded up to get that Leviathan, but the little divergences afterwards led him to do a little bit of extra stuff. That evil wall took time. I mean, didn't pan out. We still don't know what the pan is, actually. It could still be in that rat tail. We never know.
Yeah, we'll never find. Well, we might find out in the credit scroll, but we won't be finding out from these friends probably. I mean, unless Antidale does.
Yeah, Antidale might do grind, Bahamut, Tan, and Rat Tail. We don't know.
Exactly. So that, yeah, there's potential there. That honestly, like, Rat Tail's probably the only path through everything else. So I guess we didn't check the Pale Tim spot or Crystal.
Yeah, there's still 2 more checks on the moon there. Oh, there's another Black Mage in this seat.
Huh? Who figured? Would have been nice like an hour ago, jerk. But fine.
Yeah, there we go. There's objective 2 done, and the crystal has been received by CoffeeAndChocobos. I'm going to assume a very quick flight over to Troya, handing in that pass, getting us to a final battle.
Yes, the epic end game of this randomizer. One of the great. Oh, the C flags are already coming out. We're not even there yet. You gotta wait. Gotta hold it in. But no, what we are going to be facing is the final boss. It is always Threemus, but what differs instead of the fight itself is what it looks like and what its name is. Scala Kitty and others have contributed to making over 450 different sprites for the end boss, which vary across different video games and memes and all sorts of hilarity and horror. And one of the things that we love the most in this community are memes, and it is great. But along with that meme comes a question. Kobahi, what is that question?
I believe it's whose butt are we going to be kicking tonight?
Yes, the butt is inevitably going to be beaten now, and we're going to see exactly what it is. Once the crystal gets cast, we will see the Gur-Urg, and we will see the enemy, and then the fight will happen, and then it will get beaten. The end.
Yeah, and I can almost. I mean, I think that Avenger is still on Kane. I don't even think he ever took that off. He doesn't care. Like, he's going hybrid here. I'm gonna assume we see another Berserk go out. We're gonna see some nukes and whites off of a wall.
Yeah, the kitchen sink is going to be hurled at this Threemus. Like, the punches are going to be coming through real fast, and yeah, the reflect nukes and reflect whites are going to be coming at him too.
On Antidale's side, we do see him going for that D-Machine grind now. Fortunately, Coffee already beat in this fight. Not looking good for Antidale.
Yeah, chances are low, but he is still making his grind and doing well, and he seems to be playing very efficiently. He's doing great as he has been. But yeah, CNC is definitely on his way to victory at this moment.
All right, let's see what we get here.
Ooh, interesting. This is, that's right. This is the easy type Threemus fight, which is apparently this kind of cool looking 4-legged mech thing with like a sort of a mermaid elf in the center. That's a pretty interesting looking end boss.
Yeah, definitely an interesting look. Sadly for him, no matter what he turns into, he's just going to get beat down here. We can already see everything coming out. Silk Web. We can already see a nuke being reflected. Those melee hits are coming out. That counter nuke on a 6,000 life Yang means nothing.
It's like, oh, something bristled my hair a little bit. That's annoying, I guess. Takes a lick and it keeps on ticking.
Yeah, like, I don't believe that Rosa has much, but still contributing, over 5,000 damage with that white. Lydia has a Stardust Rod, so there's some quad 9s for you. Yang punching for 4,000 damage, 3,500-ish from Kane. Yang just going ham here. Like this is gonna be quick.
Yeah, we're minutes away from this finishing up. I don't think anything could stop this party at this point, except for Tell. Tell will probably get knocked over. Everyone else is. I don't think. Yeah, it would have to take like 2 more direct, non-nerfed big bangs and not get healed for anything to happen. And so this is going to be a clean sweep.
I mean, that Tella had 1,000 life. Sadly, he still got hit for 1,100. So
yeah, Nuke doing 7,300. Just the damage is just going down.
I mean, Antidale is still making very quick work of this grind fight. It doesn't even need that many of these, as his Bodhi got a decent amount of levels with everything he took out as well, so.
Yeah, so he won't need, for everyone else, he won't need as much. The real question here is, does he want to try and go for Nuke on that Rydia? He'll probably need more because he doesn't have the slingshot capability. So I don't know if he's going to go for that or just kind of go for, let's get everyone else what we need and kind of just let you go.
I mean, with his Bodhi setup, he probably wants that Nuke and double white here. Like, he only has the 1 melee character, and it's Sid, so...
True, yeah. I ideally, he wants to have the 3 caster reflect, because that's basically what you need to be able to get through without having an unnerved big bang. And we get rocks!
We already have rocks falling on Coffee and Chocobos, so...
Like, I, blinked, and it started and went to rocks, basically. And that Nuke would probably do the job.
Yeah, if not, there's a white queued up. There's just 2 berserkers still. I mean, here we go. Here's a punch. There we go. There is the flash.
Crack, boom. Coffee and Chocobos advancing to the quarterfinals. He has finished this seed. And that second little neon Cecil is going to light up here. But GG's Coffee and Chocobos with an official race bot time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 24 seconds. GG to you.
Thank you.
Ah, you're here. Great. Awesome. Thanks for joining. So, what did you think about that Eblin trip?
That was that was quite a rude spot for that Mega Sisters. I picked up the Rydia because I didn't get the curse ring and I wanted an anchor, and the Leviathan from the Mad Ogre chest was a little portentous to what was coming up there. And had I done things differently, I might have left Tella on the ground, leveled Rydia up a little bit so I had that Leviathan available. But I think the way it ended up, it was it made for more exciting conclusion to that fight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it took you a little longer. We did see Antidale. He actually left the tower, picked up a second Rosa, and actually leveled up his Bodhi in Eblin Castle, doing some trap chests, and was able to get Leviathan in there. So, able to get through it a little faster. But I mean, you persevered with your Berserked Kane and got through the match.
Yeah, I thought the only thing that really worried me was that virus every 4 rounds. And when the second time around, when Sandy went down, that gave me a little bit of an opening, and then I picked away at Cindy, and that's when I realized, oh, I could probably just let this go, because all Mindy's gonna do is toss tier 1 spells at me, and I was already walled. So it was a nail biter, but super exciting.
So out of curiosity, you do Zot, you take on Mist Dragon, bonus round at the top. You get an Avenger, which was obviously super helpful in the end for you because you got that Kane. But obviously you get the Darkness Crystal from Mist. What sort of mindset are you in that point? Like how are you super nervous? Like, oh, I have to just gun it and run. Like how pumped are you and excited at that point?
That was super exciting. I know Zot is one of those things that folks like to put off until later because it's not super rewarding. One key item for a lot of cutscenes. D-Mist makes it extra worth it. Rosa definitely makes it worth it because she gets exit out of it. And I had been leaving Rydia down. I knew I wanted to slingshot her, and depending on who was in Zot, I was gonna either take that Yang and slingshot him, or another mage if a mage popped up. But it seemed like this was the seed for Kayn. Kayn came along and gated by that Ogopogo, but there was a Flame Lance available. The Flame Lance helped take out the Alt Gauntlet. There was ninja hats, bandanas, black belts, Zeus gauntlets, everything to make him a powerhouse. And then that Avenger at the end, it was just the icing on the cake, so to speak.
Yes, some might even say it's gotta be Kayn. That's an old school one from, I think that's from Zelda, yeah. So for those folks who don't know. Anyway, yeah, you did excellent job, and that Kayn did some serious work. By the way, when you finally saw that Soma drop that you had picked up ages ago and put on Tella, how did you feel about not having put that on? Because there was definitely some situations where a media would have helped, especially against the Maga Sisters.
To be honest, I forgot. I completely forgot I had it. I bought it with the intent to use it for the grind because, 4 weeks is better than 3. Yeah, I kind of boneheaded that.
Yeah, I was wondering about that as I saw you kind of shop to pick it up. Oh, there's the... Okay, so Twin Hope is on the Crystal Sword altar, and then the Twin Hope holds the pan. So that was the other out.
Yeah, everything was rabbit holed around the moon. I was very grateful that I picked up I peeked the Feymarsh bosses and I did that Water Hag to complete the Forge, because otherwise that would have been an extra, 15 plus minutes to go do Harp and then go hit Yang with the pan and bring it back to Sheila.
Yeah, one thing I was half expecting is when you finished the Cave Bahamut, you got the Rat Tail. I was wondering if you're going to save scum and check that out, but looks like you decided to do the moon with the plethora of checks beforehand.
I was very tempted, but the last time Cave Bahamut had something was a couple matches ago against Antidale. There was a D-Mist there. I went, the Cave Bahamut check turned up nothing, and then I went back to check D-Mist, leaving a save on the moon, and that was also nothing. So maybe feeling a little bit burned by that. I wanted to see if I could make it more enticing to go back to Earth with another item.
Definitely a little confirmation bias play in there, but no, I hear you.
Yeah,
obviously,
definitely.
the ton of checks you got, you don't need to go back for one thing, and it's a couple of minutes even if you just reset. So it's definitely not super quick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now here we are. You are the first person advancing to the quarterfinals. How are you feeling about your play, about your potential opponents, and just everything going forward?
I feel like I keep shaking off extra rust and finding new little things to improve my game. My next opponent, whether it's Possum Morpheus or Dia, terrifies me a little bit, but I'm gonna put in some practice and watch some VODs and see what I can get from that. Both of them are excellent racers, and I'm not sure I'm gonna find any weaknesses in either one of their games. So the nerves will continue.
I mean, at that point, you'd have to rely on your own skills to get to the seed, like you did today. Like, power through, use what the game gives you, and just hope you do it faster.
Yep, we can only play our best game.
Yeah, definitely. Any final thoughts?
Not really. Another sigh of relief. Another little break. Antidale was an excellent opponent and really pushed me to the limit. I think that first loss kind of jarred me a little bit, and we had a great series. I'd love to play a couple more games, but I'm sure he'll trounce me in the Jump Club once that starts up again. Thank you to the behind-the-scenes crew. You guys rock, as usual. And thank you to all the other racers and all the viewers out there who make this the best community I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, and thanks to you for, being the show that we are putting on, and for being here for us and putting on a great show, as you and Antidale both have done. But GG's, and best of luck in the next round.
Thank you very much.
back to the race, we did see Antidale actually make that play for the rat tail, giving him a magma key. So very much not useful.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, CNC definitely would have felt pretty confirmed by seeing that and going, "Ugh, again." That's not great. So yeah, unfortunately, that was nothing. But we know where things are. It's just a matter of how soon he gets to them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Antidale is going to go top down here, go bottom up. Like we know that the Sand Rubies on the Ogopogo spot. We know the Twin Hopes on the Crystal spot, which leads to the pan. But I feel like this is going to be at least a full moon clear, or into at least going to that Ogopogo spot.
Yeah. If he can just take that direction, go to the Ogo spot, that's probably his fastest bet. But who knows what he's thinking at this point? Obviously, he's already seen the GG pop in, so he might be trying to do something a little unorthodox. But he is skipping the Pale Dim slot at least, so he might be going all the way down.
Yeah, so skipping Pale Dim, heading down to basically the mass of key items. I think this is, especially when you only need one more thing, this is usually, I think, the play, because that ribbon spot especially is 2 checks. We know that doesn't turn out, but I mean, again, Antidale has the levels now after doing the grind. Like, these are going to be some quick checks into eventually finding, I'm going to guess, that Sand Ruby.
Did you happen to see, by the way, did Antidale get his Rydia up to nuke? I wasn't paying attention.
I want to say yes. I know I saw the whites for sure.
Okay, yeah. I figured, but obviously white does come a lot faster than nuke anyway.
Yeah, and even if he is a couple levels off, using that Leviathan and these last couple checks, especially that ribbon room, will probably finish off getting the nuke no matter what.
So yeah, actually, out of curiosity, what are the races coming for tomorrow? I ask without actually looking up first. Okay, cool. So we have tomorrow at 8 o'clock on the Free Enterprise channel, we have Aizen Tayama versus Zyrak. I believe that is game 2, because I believe I rolled game 1. So I get to roll that one as well. I will be restreaming. And at 9 p.m. on RPG Limit Break, we will be having the game 2 of Dusty Griff versus Invenerable. So we will get to see how that series goes as well. And by the way, if you saw that, please do not spoil it here. But that I'm looking forward to watching it later. They're immensely good players and some of the best play in this in this tournament, in this game.
Yeah, definitely some exciting matches tomorrow. Looks like we got a nice light up on Friday. Like, for the next few days, it looks like we have a few races. So definitely plenty of more races to watch. Getting this round of 16 down, and then eventually we'll get into that round of 8.
Exactly. And yeah, just gotta say, like, for those who don't know, 6 races got restreamed tonight, which is pretty awesome. And all super hype. This got to be the one race that was 2 1-1, so we knew that there was going to be somebody advancing. But every other race probably was super awesome. The fact that we've had so many good restream folks out there putting all this stuff together for everybody, like, hats off to everyone on the restream crew for all the hard work they've done to, like, put out this product continuously and efficiently and awesome, day in and day out.
We don't see that very often. Not even caring about that Zeus Gauntlet. Only has the one melee character and already has the Zeus Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You actually have too many Zeus Gauntlets? Like, that's a weird situation to be in.
Yeah, that's a caster seed for you.
But yeah, obviously, Zeus Gauntlet's not gonna interest you too much when you got a caster.
You have 2 roses with 3,000 life and a Rydia with almost 2,000? You don't.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, making the Pale Dim check. Or wait, I'm sorry. I do that all the time. The Plague Spot check.
Yeah, this is CPU, as we know. Probably see some either Reflex or Leviathans coming in.
Yeah, another blowout, most likely.
See some shaking.
Okay, there we go. Momentary thought, no problem. So he gets to take, he'll take this out and obviously find nothing, and then we will move on and see if he goes down and does the Ogo spot, or heads back up and goes to Crystal Altar where we know the harp is. So either way, he's going to be pretty close to go mode here.
We get the wall on Tella. I wonder if we're going to try and see the float here. To try and then quake down everything but the top orb. Looks like that is possibly the play. If he doesn't get it, I'm assuming he's just going to start slinging spells and not caring about anything. Yeah, he gets the float on the main
He
CPU.
certainly did not
actually
get
does.
the one. Yeah, so he resets. Which, unfortunately, I mean, if you just wanted to do the Leviathans anyway, honestly, like, I see the point. Okay, so he's skipping that, actually, and just saying, nuts to this, I'm going to go check Ogo spot, which we know is a good idea.
So maybe just hoping he doesn't have to do that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he could also medio with his Rydia and just reflect a couple whites would probably take it out. But we know that this is going to lead him into that Sand Ruby and into the ability to finish.
Exactly. And yeah, this is the fastest go mode, so yeah, just the fastest way through is the best. And honestly, with all the casting here, I gotta imagine he's still doing Thor Rage, but honestly, like, I think he could probably power Overwhelming with 2 more whites and, maybe even Zerk up that Sid and just kind of blow this thing out of the water. No pun intended.
Yeah, at this point, just playing it safe. Throwing out looks like throwing a blink out on, or Berserk out on Sid as well.
That was a pretty good lit, and that might have stopped the big wave. I'm not sure, but
yeah, he physically attacks there. Yeah, he threw that like immediately on that Rose's second turn. Throwing another one with Tella here, we'll see if that stops it as well. But I mean, for a avoiding wave strat, this is going really well. Just throwing those nukes out with Rydia.
Yeah, this is definitely the safer way to go. Obviously, like, you could probably just flex your power, but not necessarily. Like, you don't want to take that chance sometimes. Rydia would get knocked by a full wave, and that'll make things a lot tougher. So this way you can kind of just get through it and methodically kind of, take care of it and never have to see a wave at all.
I mean, at this point, he's done enough damage that the wave may only kill Tella here, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't care about. As we see Kinazo heading into the shell.
I feel like I feel that, Kinazo. I have a lot of days where I just want to hide inside the shell. Stop bothering me. I'm just in my shell, just chilling. Why are you bothering me?
Remedy for 3700. Sadly, Nuke.
Yeah, I counter that with Nuke and 8200. Goodbye, Turtle.
And there's another 4 levels for Tella, a level around for the rest of his characters. I'm pretty sure they're going to pass that 3000 and 2000 HP mark now. Getting the Sand Ruby, it's time to go back to Earth.
Go mode has been achieved, and Antidale will be making a quick sprint down to Kaipo to rescue that other Rydia.
Immediately abandon her.
Exactly. I saved you, bye. Gotta go to this weird bar on Earth that also leads to the core of the moon for some reason. So see ya. Oh, I thought Antidale was about to go to the giant for some reason. Okay, there you go.
Spike giant play.
That'd be pretty impressive, honestly. But no, he wants to finish as good as he can, and he is finishing in style here.
I love taking the big wheel play. Like, it's just so inconvenient, but I mean, you just do what you do.
I gotta say, yeah, at least I don't know if anyone else has this experience. When I was a kid and got that whale for the first time, what a disappointment! Like, it's in the sky. I'm like, what's this sky thing that's floating in there? And then you pick it up and it's like slow and like molasses moving around. It's a pain in the butt to land anywhere. You have to go in and out of the inside of the cabin and stuff. It was kind of a bummer, but it is hilarious, especially to drop it off outside of Troya when going to use the pass. You kind of just have this gigantic, weird hover spacecraft landing next to a small town, and they're probably all freaking out.
Yeah.
Crystal achieved. Objective 2 achieved. Yeah, now it's just setting things up, getting ready for the Z fight, and yeah, what Antidale most likely will be doing are the reflect strats, where he can just throw up a Star Veil and reflect all the nasty offensive spells, and then you don't get Threemus has so many HP, and the way the storage works and everything, they actually have a refill that gets triggered mid-fight. That actually is like it's like a skill that gets used by the boss at mid-fight that refills the HP. So the reflect strat actually makes it so that never happens. So you end up being able to take Z out at like 64,000 or whatever the number is. It makes the fight considerably quick, especially if you have a lot of mages.
Yeah, turning the battle speed down just to make sure that the execution goes fine here. Moving Sid to that top spot because he's most likely going to be the Snowveil target, as he has that plethora of health, can live through, multiple big bangs, and just going to be used as a slingshot of sort to send these spells back to Threemus.
Yes, exactly. And now Antidale gets to take that weird trip in the basement of this strange place to go see a butt on the moon. I mean, everybody's got to have a hobby.
Who set up this portal?
Exactly. I wonder how did that get put into this bar? Like I'd expect some kind of strange ancient temple that would have it, but no, it's just in a bar. Get your drinks, hang out in the moon. It's probably nice and toasty in there. It's like the core of the moon.
I mean, it looks like by the sprite, it's a crazy flame monster sitting here.
True, yeah, that's probably pretty warm too. Just sit there and kind of roast some marshmallows by the strange anger monster. That's fair, Zoe. That makes sense. I'll take it. It's Tristram Deaths. Diablo, awesome. Actually, what was that was the VIP lounge in the original game? Wasn't that was that what you could see the developers, or am I thinking of a different game?
I know you can buy the pass normally right out front of it to go in to do something, but it's been so long since one, I played vanilla, and two, played vanilla and went back there.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I probably did that when I was a kid, and that's it. Okay, it's a little dance club.
Yeah.
I want to see Edward out there cutting a rug. Well, it may be difficult to do when he's bedridden, but never mind.
Alright, Snowveil on Sid. White, immediately.
And another. Oh. There's another white and a nuke.
Yeah, that's gotta be a little confusing. His white's on Rosa in different spots.
Oh yeah, that would actually hurt my brain a little bit.
Here comes the Silk Weapon. Yeah, look at the HP on his Rosas and Rydia.
Yeah, seeing a Rydia above 2,000 is kind of absurd, but seeing Rosas above 3,000, yeah, she'll survive literally anything.
Yeah, looks like he's queuing up a Cure 4 Tele here on whoever gets hit by this nuke. It hits that top of his eye. She's still gonna live through a big bang, even with that nuke.
Yeah, she could almost live through a full big bang with that. She won't have to, obviously, but she could.
Yeah, we saw quad dying from Rydia. There's 8,000 from Rosa. Here's probably another 8,000 or so from this Rosa. I don't think he had the greatest skill for his Rosas, but with these levels, it doesn't matter. Yeah, there's another really 8,000.
Yeah, magic. I mean, you can bump up the stats for magic, but honestly, it doesn't matter nearly as much as offensive weapons for Kayn or something like that. You can still crush things.
Yeah, so he's already done 26,000 damage of the 65,000 that this boss has. So, 2.5 more rounds, or I guess 1.5 more rounds of this, and this boss is not long for this world. A little less on that one, but still 9,000 damage.
Yeah, we're just seeing the first big bang. So, will he actually even see the next big bang? I'm not sure.
Oh, Tella almost lived.
Oh, Tella life, except not life.
This way, there's almost no way he sees this next big bang. I mean, he's done, 35,000 already. This is going to be probably another 9,000 to 8.5, so...
Yeah, just brutalizing this boss is very cathartic. This boss sucked as a kid. And all the cool permutations of it, but it's just so nice. You get to go through after the seed is just being a jerk. A lot of times, if you're like me, you overpower a little bit, and then you get to come in here and crunch this boss.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this next nuke from Mudia might take it out. Those are both a little low from the Rosas. I mean, I say low on a 6,500 damage white. We do see the shake though, so it looks like he's throwing a Cure 2 on Mudia just to be maybe a little safe. Those Rosas will both live through this this nuke itself might take it out.
Quads.
Max damage. Yep, that nuke's not going away.
And the crumble.
Here's Chicky.
And sinking. GG. Antidale has finished this seed. Threemus is no more.
I believe we are joined by Antidale now. I mean, GG on sticking it through, finishing the race, making it through that interesting seed with a couple mean things thrown at you in a couple spots.
Thank you.
Yeah, what was your thought on that gross Eblin spot?
I think it wasn't that bad. Like, it was more comfortable than the race I had against PK, where I only did it with 3. Getting that Leviathan was kind of nice to just make it pretty free and easy.
Yeah, that Leviathan kind of like held you up everywhere. Like you used it a lot of places, and it was really convenient, obviously for a lot of reasons. But your opponent CoffeeAndChocobos had kept Rydia down most of the time, especially early on before the grind, so didn't have access to that. So that was actually a pretty good advantage that you had. You were both played extremely well and were pretty even most of the seed. A lot of it came down to some choices that took a little longer for you. Obviously, you dealt with that evil wall. What did you feel about, like, that's a when I see that, I'm kind of horrified. Never think I would have enough levels for it. Like, did you think, like, okay, this is going to be pretty easy? You kind of had a plan laid out to kind of take care of it?
Were illusions, and I picked up the Moonveil out of the Troy Treasury, so I knew it was straightforward, and it was a swing for the fence, and I struck out on it, which Rendo's going to do that to you. So
Yeah, I think one of the things that led CoffeeAndChocobos to make the decisions that got them to the finish faster is you, when you got that Leviathan, you kind of filled out your party and did the play in Eblin Castle, which we saw got you through that Mega Sisters fight a lot easier, and some of the Underworld stuff easier, but CoffeeAndChocobos got through, did the Underworld stuff to get the Forge, and then made that Earth Crystal play, I'm guessing looking for characters and stuff as well, and found that Darkness a lot earlier, where you pretty much did everything else in the scene before you did.
I did literally everything on Earth except that. That was the last location. So, but CoffeeAndChocobos did a great job. Like, the 20 minutes is not just routing differences. That's some pretty, at least probably 5 minutes worth of overall just playing a little bit faster, I would imagine.
Yeah, you both played well, but he definitely played extremely efficiently. So yeah, that's part of it. I mean, Rando can Rando, but you got to back it up with your skill anyway. So he had to have the skill to make it through, and you both had a lot of skill coming in here. Honestly, the whole, all three races have been great for both of you. So I guess the question I have here, now that you are out, what do you think about this whole tournament in general?
Glad I did it. Glad I improved over my Football Gauntlet experience. Looking forward to the next one. Probably take a little bit of time off of actually playing, just because it's been a few months now of pretty solid, mostly for Enterprise, with a dash here or there, a couple other things. So it'll be good to maybe not think about the game for a couple weeks, and then get back to playing for fun.
Yeah.
Definitely taking some time off is nice. Doing these tournaments can be a little bit of a burn, but I mean, they are a ton of fun, and even just messing around. I mean, you can now go through and mess around with other flag sets too, even if you do go back and get a bit of a mix-up.
Yep, and as Dathis points out in chat, I got to get back to Push Me to Jump. That's the weekly club that I run, that they've been on hiatus throughout the tournament. So I'll get to give some thought to how to maybe change up that flag set for the second season of that. So that'll be fun too. But like these tournaments are great. I agree, Kovahi. It's a lot of fun to do them. They're just a really good experience. I love the community and how everyone kind of gathers around and does, like, we did 6 restreams today. That's amazing for a Thursday night. And lots of people out watching even late on the East Coast and stuff. So this whole community is amazing.
Yeah, the community, the community. There's so much dedication everybody puts into this, and like so much people put their time and love into it. And you're certainly part of that. Like, I'm thankful that you've been around to be doing a lot of the restreaming and just helping me out too, as I've been, getting more into this stuff as well. So I thank you for your presence on basically all facets of Free Enterprise. And I see here you are giving us music, so I will shut up for a moment. Beautiful song from Final Fantasy VIII. But anyway, I won't keep you too long. I'll just talk a little quieter. But yeah, any parting thoughts to both your race here with Coffee and Chocobos and just to anything else regarding the seed or whatnot?
Not really for the seed, but just wish Coffee and Chocobos all the best luck as he continues on. Whoever he faces out of Possum, Morpheus, and Dia is going to be a heck of a fight, but he can definitely pull it off. And of course, thanks to all the other admins in the tournament, especially Scala, who just does so much. It's really amazing how much he's able to get accomplished and kind of push things forward. And again, just thanks to you guys for doing the commentary and the restream and all the tracking and just the entire bunch of people helping out, doing all this stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. GG's, Antidale. You did great.
Thanks. Have a great night, everybody.
And with that, we have the conclusion of one of the round of 16 matches. Good luck to Coffee and Chocobos going forwards. Good luck to Antidale with future races, future tournaments, and everything. Before we get out here, again, I'd like to thank both Dathis for restreaming and Jasmine for doing the tracking, and obviously Groundflyer for doing commentary with me tonight.
Yeah, thank you to all of you, and yeah, obviously thank you also, Kobahi. This has been a pleasure and been a great match, so I appreciate it. I am curious now where we will be. We are heading over to Free Enterprise, where I believe another race is going on currently. So, as always, make sure you do not spoil this race when we get over there, but bring the Free Enterprise love with you, and we will all join in the crowd for another race as Free Enterprise continues. But I am Groundflyer, and with Kobahi, I would like to say thank you, everyone, and have a great evening.